working on my next D&D plot based off of a movie.
Alright,
So
My favorite thing to do when we have a lull in what we're doing.
Yeah. Bud, it would be your turn for Scribe if you're up to it.
Okay.
Alright.
You don't go back to people that opted out previously.
No, I just put them at the bottom of the list. Or wait, actually,
Yeah, usually don't they just get pushed down, or does that mess up the rotation?
yeah, because last week it was Alette, and yeah, you were at the top of the list this week. If someone doesn't want it, I just put them to the bottom of the list, and it keeps going.
Right.
Actually, that reminds me, I have to add our new person to the list.
Yeah, having 6 people means
Hey,
like
well.
more space between writing journals, which is nice.
I'll put A
In theory.
before Bud.
In theory, yeah. In theory.
Right. It could also go
I
the
feel-
other way, and it could be the same person doing it every week if everybody else passes.
It's true.
I've been in groups that were kind of that way, where nobody liked doing it, and it just ended up falling on, well, me, because I didn't mind. doing
I gotta
it.
Yeah.
use my
Luckily, I
inspiration
like-
points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm up to 8. This will put me up to 9, so I got to start using these.
Well, I might put something in there that you can spend them on.
Oh, yeah, the story points. Yeah, you keep track of those, Lou, right? We don't need to like mark them
Yeah.
anywhere.
I'm keeping track
Okay.
of them now. So
You're keeping track of the story points, and we keep track of the inspiration points. Is that
yeah,
right?
the inspiration points are for the +2s, and yeah, you guys track those.
All right. So the one that I get for doing scribe is which one?
That's a story
Sorry.
point.
That's a story.
It's pretty
point.
much the only way you can really get story points is scribing. There's
Got
other
it.
ways, but yeah, mostly you get inspiration points for MVP and other stuff.
Got it.
All right,
So we're
so
starting?
Hmm?
So we're starting?
yes, we're gonna start up,
Hmm.
and yeah, we'll just have Alar join when he gets in. So Alette, as the previous scribe, you want to take us through the events of last session?
Sure. So let's journal for the 27th of fall. As my companions continued to fight the goblins, I fought my way to the prisoner's cage, and I was struggling to pry the door open with the crowbar, wishing we had brought Una with us, when I got a blast from the goblin hexer that made my head hurt something fierce for a moment. At that point, one of the prisoners in the cage spoke up. A moon elf, by the looks of him. He held up a set of lockpicking tools and suggested I focus on the monster next to me while he took care of the lock. Nice. Sneaky hidden lockpicks are a good idea. I'm not great with those, but maybe I should keep some hidden on me just in case. This elf seemed ready to fight, but he fumbled his attack on the boulet pup with the dagger he picked up from the dead goblin at my feet. I tossed him my old short sword so he could maybe be actually useful. Note to self, he still hasn't returned it. Morgan charged into the fray on his steed with Lynn in tow. He reached out to heal my wounds, healing himself and his horse as well. The goblin hexer and the boss with his minions were off to the south, giving us trouble. Lynn's spirit dagger and sacred flames had been doing some work on them, but there were too many. So I trusted Athy, Morgan, and Tiger Bud to take care of the boulet and hold off the reinforcements from the north so the prisoners could escape. I whispered the ancient elven words I had remembered from my nightly trance recently, and was briefly surrounded by mist reappearing next to the hexer. This spooked them, and the boss nearby. I'll never get tired of that. I would love to figure out a way to be able to do it more often. Athy had been magically blinded by the hexer, and when she shook it off, she seemed very frustrated. She swung at the boulet extra hard, and we were all surprised when energy practically exploded from her sword, bringing the boulet down. She seemed just as surprised. Curious. With a proper weapon, the released elf was able to hold his own and eventually fought his way to a tent, where I assumed he was getting the rest of his gear. He reappeared once or twice to take shots at the goblins with a bow he must have recovered. I glanced north to check on how things were going in the main melee, and no longer saw Tiger Bud. I just saw a regular Bud, looking very angry and surrounded by goblin minions, who didn't seem to be able to do much to him, fortunately. The team held off the goblins for the rest of the prisoners who were not fighters. One had a fancy red cloak, though, so I thought he might be a wizard or something at first. They fled southeast after some redirection from us. One lone goblin thought to take one of the freed captives down, but Athy taunted it as she shot at it, and I translated her taunt into goblin for her, as she caught up to it and downed it before it could harm the captives. The reinforcements from the north turned tail to run, and we figured we didn't have much time before they returned with more. However, there was loot to be had, surely. So we all took to the tents and quickly searched bodies. The loot we found was 45 gold pieces and some of the Hexer's fancy stuff. The formerly imprisoned elf the formerly imprisoned elf had been in the big tent for a long time, and we felt it was time to go. So I called to him to come with us, or he was on his own. He came out with a bundle of clothing or something. As we fled with the freed civilians, we offered to help him carry the load, but he insisted on carrying it himself, stating a lot of it belonged to a friend of his he had gotten separated from. He's a little shifty, but he was just imprisoned by goblins, so it's understandable. We did get a name from him at least, Ilar. We met up with Rogan and Nairi and got them introduced to him as well. As we traveled back to Ferox, we got to know Reldon, the old man in the red robes. He had lived a long life and experienced many interesting things. Morgan and he shared stories, and Morgan seemed to think there was something more to him, and invited him to join our camp. He declined for now. Once we were in town, our freed civilians thanked us and went their own way, and Ilar said he would meet us at the inn after he met up with his friend. During this time, unbeknownst to us, Ilar took some time to open up the chest he had found in the big tent and discovered 120 gold pieces, which he kept, a strange elven sword, which he kept, and some potions that he later revealed to us. I spotted Ilar playing dice at the inn later. He seems to have some skill with it. As poorly as my last stunt at the tavern games went, I found myself enjoying it quite a bit, and it could be lucrative, so I asked if he could teach me. He agreed, but didn't share any unofficial tips, though. This new guy does seem to have some useful skills for the sort of trouble we get into, and with Una taking a break from adventuring, we could use someone with roguish skills to fill that gap in our group. Plenty of locks to be picked in the dungeon. When we presented that idea to him, he seemed interested. In the morning, the 20th of fall, Morgan suggested we get sponsored. Sounds fancy and official. I'm in, so long as Morgan does most of the talking. Besides the funds and maybe room and board we could get, what's-his-name, Adrian Vance, from the Tribe Guild, would probably appreciate our initiative in putting in a word about starting up a guild hall here. Some of the money could go towards that, maybe. Athy returned from the post office, and we discussed the next steps. Rogan wondered how the Myconids were doing. I'm eager to get back there, obviously, but I suppose we have sort of committed to this goblin thing. I'm curious to meet their leader and see what they had planned for these prisoners. I'm not really the type to worry over things, but I do wonder if our stirring up the goblins could make things worse for the town and maybe the Tordivore. So it's best to resolve this quickly now that we started it. Then it would be back to the dungeon. We should see how the shrooms are faring, but I mostly can't stop thinking about all the unexplored space there and what we may find. Then maybe this persistent tugging I'm feeling towards it will finally go away. The end.
All right, thank you for that recap. I'll give you an extra inspiration point for being so in-depth.
Nicely done.
It is the 28th of fall at 8 a.m. I think we just passed a day, and the group was getting ready to travel out again. Possibly look for Frantic, possibly to go back to Night Spire. I wasn't actually sure what you all wanted to do next. So,
We're gonna do the goblin thing first.
Yeah, and I was gonna go try to negotiate at the town hall for a reward or a mission, something.
that's right.
You can RP that or not. It's up to you.
And I think Ilar, you were talking about possibly getting your friend to join the camp. You had mentioned that. Or am I misremembering?
No, I was just talking to you about some other stuff that's going to kind of work into the game later. That's not necessarily someone to join in, just like a criminal contact, part of my thief thing.
Okay, so
a
like
criminal background.
Gotcha. So yeah, figuring out your contact within the town. All right. So You're going to attempt to get an audience with, I guess, the mayor, or you
A
just kind
magistrate, the mayor, whatever the leader of the town would be.
of... Okay.
Magistrate.
Let me look at something.
DM's favorite thing, randomness from his players.
Okay. Why do I have... For some reason there are 2 party sheets. Hopefully this is the right one. Alright, so... 2 renown with Ferox right now. Not very well known here just yet. Give me... Is it just you going, or is the whole group going?
We did get a
That's
couple
up to the
points
group.
last time at the town.
You got what?
I mean, nothing. But we did get a couple points at the town last session. But yeah, Alette would go with Morgan.
Yeah, I figured it'd be like a group thing.
Alright.
Yeah.
I have 1 for Morgan's stories and 1 for defeating that goblin and
Yeah,
goblins.
yeah, I think that sounds.
Yeah,
that sounds
so-
fine.
Yeah, I was recording it, and I have 2.
Yeah. So I guess give me, I'll say persuasion or deception, up to 2 rolls from the group. So
I will definitely do one, I would say.
I can help with the persuasion. Well,
so don't roll unless you
the best.
you want to be one of the people doing it.
Got
I mean,
persuasion.
is anyone else
Alright.
Me.
better at it than? I mean, Alette's got pretty
I'm not
decent
actually-
charisma.
I'm not
I have
actually
plus
that
3.
persuasive.
Yeah. I guess
I got
Alette
a
would
natural
definitely.
1, so
she's-
it doesn't matter how good I
she's-
am.
She's pretty chatty, so we'll see how that goes.
Would it be for
Well.
just for you said deception?
Persuasion or deception, but I got the 2
Or
checks.
persuasion, sorry.
So it looks
Okay.
like Alette and Morgan are working together on this. Apparently Morgan stepped on someone's foot on the way in, upsetting
Somebody didn't like my stories from the night before.
Yeah, maybe someone there had a bad experience with your stories. Luckily, Alette smoothed things over.
I don't see any rolls.
No?
Yeah, I don't. Oh,
I
do.
see them.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I need to refresh.
Maybe.
Hey, try refreshing, see if that helps. Alright.
Weird. I see text.
I
Old
see a let's roll in my roll
shenanigans.
working for me.
Yeah, I see the 2.
Weird. I've never seen this before.
It's always
You
something
want a
new.
tablet again, or-
Yeah.
Well, I see your
Oh,
rolls.
fine.
Just
Okay,
give me
here's
a
what I'm-
moment.
Yeah. Here's what I'm seeing. I've never seen anything like this in D20 or in Roll20 before.
I was having
Oh.
some serious
It's pretty much
problems with
showing,
it
like-
last
Oh, that's
night.
so weird.
Isn't it? Like it
Running
shows
my
like
game.
Morgan and Alette, but it's like text.
I know there's been a bunch of random bugs lately in Roll20.
Yeah, I think when they added the foreground layer, they screwed some things up. Hopefully they'll be working on fixing it. But yeah,
Alright.
every time, Lou, just for your knowledge, every time I moved a token between layers, it would not show up for the players. So if I moved it from the GM layer to the token layer, they still couldn't see it. They had to refresh to be able to see it.
I didn't see that one. I was having problems actually moving the tokens. Like it wouldn't let me.
Mm-hmm. I had that problem too.
I'm just seeing, do I have the mayor? I'm not sure if you guys met him yet. I
Don't think we have, or at least I don't have it in the notes.
Nope.
No, yeah, this would be the first time. I guess it makes sense that Alette did better on the persuasion because she's the one with like the connections to the tribe guild and everything. She might have dropped Adrian Vance's name or something.
Alright, so you are met by an individual who identifies himself as Captain Tomes. He says, greetings, friends. I hear you are wishing to be sponsored by the town. A request we don't actually get too often. He says, but,
Aye, Captain.
Well,
or go ahead.
Yes, we are. You may have heard of us already. I've been telling stories at both inns the last few nights. My friend Alette here is well renowned as well. We've already recovered 3 civilians from the recent goblin incursions, and we're preparing to set out to handle the rest on our own, might I add, and thought this town might be willing to sponsor such an endeavor.
He says, yes, I believe I heard of you. The Seekers of the Spire, was it?
We're still workshopping that, but yes.
He says, well, there are no lack of mercenaries in the town, what with the appearance of that strange ruin in the forest. He says, but as you said, you did save the lives of some of our captured citizens. What is it that would put you above all the other mercenaries we have coming in?
I think you just said it yourself. We have a proven success record. How many other of these mercenaries have not only returned civilians to you, but recently came back with artifacts from the mine, or the whatever it's called?
Ruins.
Ruins,
Give
thank
me a persuasion check.
I'll actually use one of my inspirations for a plus 2 to
2.
that.
All right. He says, that is an impressive
17.
feat. Though I'm less impressed with the pillaging of runes from the... or pillaging of artifacts from the rune. I mean, if you ask me, that site has been nothing but trouble for Ferox since it was discovered.
Actually, as a matter of fact, we recovered them for the Tortibar tribe, and they rewarded us for that effort.
Give me a...
And it was-
Len will pipe up. I also managed to make a cure, and I cured the Tortivore tribe.
No, not
you...
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't cure... Are you trying to lie here, or are you talking...
I think the Myconids.
I was stating facts.
Because you
Mike
didn't
and-
cure the Tortivore tribe, you cured the Myconid colony, which you don't know if they have a name.
Oh, okay. So I would say that we cured some tribe.
All right. Give me a persuasion with advantage, Alette.
Oh. Okay. There we go. No.
So 14. He says, "Oh, you're friends with the Tortivore?" He says, "Are you operating on their authority by chance?"
Somewhat. Like, we're in good standing, and we have an understanding. I wouldn't necessarily say we're working for them in any sense, but
But this might be your chance to secure a more direct form of sponsorship of us, if you so choose.
So he says, "I did notice you have quite a few elves, possibly half-elves in your group." Kind of looks to Lynn, Alar, and Alette. Though none of you are wood elves, which I believe is what the majority of the Tortivore are. Do you come from the north, possibly the Elvish Empire beyond the mountains?
Lynn looks scared.
well, I was actually raised by some of the Tortivore tribe
Says,
as well, so.
you don't look familiar to me. I guess you didn't spend a lot of time in Ferox as you, well, then again, you are
No,
an elf,
I've been
so-
traveling for a few years now, so.
He nods. He says, and as an elf, you could have been, you could be 100 years old for all I know. He says, well, I mean, our town is, we do well enough due to the lumber that we import around the Empire. What would you offer the town if we sponsored you? What exactly could you provide us?
Well, I'll provide some of my services. I can heal people.
Says, a healer. Yes, that could come in handy. Though I assume you're not going to stay in town.
Well, I'll help heal when I am in town for free.
He kind of looks to Morgan and says, so yeah,
So it's
or go ahead.
I'm not sure exactly what the going rate is. I'm open to suggestions from my colleagues here. But I would say for every rescued civilian, something around 20 gold pieces. I mean, what is a human life worth to you, or a elf's life, or a gnome's life? Beyond that, we know their leader is Ferrox. If we were to negotiate a safe arrangement with him, that I think would be worth at least Pharynx?
Frantic.
Frantic.
Okay. I thought
Knew it was F.
I
I
thought you
knew
said
it was an F.
Ferox. I'm like, that's the name of the town.
Frantic. I knew it was an F. I was close. If we were to
Rhymes with
either
panic.
negotiate a deal or dead or alive, you tell us what is more worth to you as a leader of this group, and what kind of trouble has this goblin menace proven to be.
Says, so you know of Frantic. I assume you've perhaps heard his name whispered by the Tordivore and some of the other players in the area. Well, he has been causing quite the stir since the ruins became apparent and all the mercenaries started showing up. I don't really know why the goblins seem so hostile. They've been living around these parts for many, many years without any issue. It seems like it just started recently. He says, but as for what I can offer, well, you already saved a couple of the citizens, and actually I had meant to possibly get in touch with you and give you a reward for that, so why don't we start there. He says there were 2 people, I believe, that you saved, yes?
3, 2 of which I believe were citizens, and another that was a traveler.
He says 3. I was only told of a young woman and her boyfriend.
There's a third
man in the red robes.
Older gentleman.
Older gentleman. He looks genuinely perplexed. He says, I didn't hear anything about
Does
that.
the name Relden mean anything to you?
He says, no, it doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, that guy is hiding something. Sorry, I'm saying out of character.
Technically, you also saved Ilar. I don't know if you want to throw his name in there.
I was trying to avoid bringing his name into it.
Ilar helped save himself.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hiding out in the background, just kind of listening, not talking a lot.
Well, because of how you were behaving, I wasn't sure if you wanted to be known or not, and since I didn't ask, that's why I was avoiding it.
So he says, well, I don't know who this third person is, but you don't seem like the... Well, actually, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Me, I'm assuming, or someone else?
Is it a group roll, or?
I'll say up to 2.
No need. Natural. Oh no, not natural 20, but just
I think I have pretty decent on my persuasion bonus. I can try it.
What would you say to assist him?
Well, yeah, never mind. I'm just kind of hanging back, so I guess I wouldn't make myself
I did it.
known.
Alright, so what are you gonna say, Lynn? You said you're gonna sit back, right, Ilar? You're not gonna talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kind of hanging out and just kind of paying attention and listening.
Alright, so what are you saying, Lynn?
Mostly that we could help out if needed.
Alright. So he says, yeah, well, like I said, I don't think you would lie to me about saving a third. I was curious where this old man is. But I can give you some reward for that bravery and just reducing the goblin population since they've been a problem. How does 100 gold pieces sound?
200 sounds better.
Oh, give me a persuasion with disadvantage.
Yes, for 20 a person, I was like, you know what, let's do 100.
That's very, yeah, I jumped the gun on that one a little bit, I freely admit.
How about 500?
Oh my god.
He says,
one really good roll, one terrible roll.
Yeah. He says 200 is a bit much.
That's
our-
fair. 100 is for what we've done thus far. That's fair.
He
You can't
says,
fault a man for trying.
No, I suppose not. I'm offering you the extra 40 for your work dealing with the goblins and hopefully your help dealing with Frantic. Maybe figuring out what's going on and putting a stop to these attacks. Or if that is not possible, just maybe driving him and his forces out of the area. He says,
We will
go ahead.
we'll endeavor to do such a thing, and that would be worth roughly 300, 400.
Give me a persuasion.
Alette would chime in as
There
well.
we
and
go.
say, you know, a lot of this
Nat
money might be
20.
going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
A lot of
kinda
this will
waiting
be
to
going
drop the,
towards what?
Towards So I'm sure you've heard of the Tribe Guild.
Says, wasn't that group who had some sort of adventures out west? I remember hearing something a while back of Isik and the retaking of the undead city.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that. If you want to resolve that persuasion check there, I'm just gonna assist.
No, you can keep talking.
Okay. I'm just okay. So she would say, you know, this town has recently caught their eye as a place to potentially set up a guild hall, and I myself am associated with them. No one else here is, but you know, a guild of that nature might be a pretty good help with the security of the town if they were to pick this place as, you know, a good location. So.
And you are working with them, I assume.
I am. I was
Hmm.
originally sent here on business with them, but
Says,
met all
well,
these lovely people along the way.
If you would agree to have one of my people with you in your camp, just to keep an eye on your progress, I would be willing to make such a deal. I'll say 300 for the driving out of Frantic.
I see no reason why, as long as he agrees to stay out of the way, that can't be arranged. Do my colleagues have any thoughts on that?
He says,
Well, as long as whoever comes with doesn't die, I am fine with.
he says he is one of my scouts, fairly well trained. He should stay out of your way. I'm mostly going to send him to verify your claims if you do drive Frantic out. We can't necessarily afford to give 300 gold pieces to everyone who claims to drive the goblins away. Though if you can bring back more of the missing people, of course I would take that as evidence as well.
Perfect.
He says,
Very well understood.
When do you plan to, well, actually, do you know of the location of the goblin settlements?
We have been given 3 locations thus far and have a strong indicator of the one that is occupied currently by Frantic, but if you have any additional intelligence, that would be welcomed.
Who was it that gave you those, Nairi?
I
think
think it was
no,
at
the goblin.
From the elves,
Yeah.
but we also got some from the goblin that we interrogated.
Oh,
That's right, too,
You
yeah.
interrogated him.
Yeah.
He says, well, we have 2 locations, which I was going to share with you, because I assume it will help you, but you may have more information than us, actually. So
let's compare our notes. Let's look at our maps together.
Alright, so yeah, he takes out the map, and it does look like the 2 locations he has are 2 of the camps you already know about. So he says, okay, so he says, alright, so you already took this one out, or this is where you got one of the prisoners? This is where you got
Correct.
the prisoner group from, right? Alright, so he also knows about this one. He wasn't aware of this one back here. So they have one...
It was the northern one that I think it was the goblin who said that's where Frantic was.
Yes. So he nods and says, oh, alright. So yeah, you do have more information than us. Well, if you can go and deal with Frantic and possibly free those prisoners, you will have earned the 300 gold that's promised, and perhaps earned our trust for future endeavors.
Unless my colleagues have anything else. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sounds fair.
He nods and says, "Very well, we have a deal then." He goes to...
We do, and I would encourage you to come visit me at the inn sometime. I think we have some good stories to tell each other.
Says, "Perhaps. I get off pretty late, but maybe one of these evenings I'll see you there." He goes to shake... I guess he'll shake your hand, because you're the one that's been talking. You and Alette. He'll go to shake both your hands. And he will give you the 100 gold pieces.
20 apiece? Or wait, 2, 4.
There's 6 of you.
Let's just put it in the bag of holding.
I'd rather just split it up now.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
split it up now.
What is that?
I can't do math in my head.
I'm trying to math 100 between 6. Not working.
Yeah, it's not an even number.
So it'd
16,
be
16.6.
like and a half.
Sorry?
Yeah,
But everyone gets
16.
15 and the rest goes in the bag.
16 and 2/3.
Yeah, that's probably...
I'd say everybody gets 15, and then whatever's left.
That'd be
Alright,
4.
so there'd be 10 gold
Yeah.
pieces left, right?
4, I think. If everyone's
The
taking 16.
numbers.
No, everyone's taking 15, they said. I believe.
Yeah. 15 and
Oh,
then
everyone's taking 15?
And then 10 into the.
Or
Right,
wait.
hold on.
Okay, so that would be 15 times...
so yeah, 15 and 10 is 90.
6. Yes, so I was right. I'm second guessing myself. So yeah, 10 gold pieces into the
No,
bag.
yeah, I just thought they said 16, so that would have been 4 left that went in the bag, is what I thought that everyone was taking. So, but yeah, if we're each taking 15, then the 10 is correct. Yeah.
All right. So what do you all want to
15.
do? Not the biggest payday, but you know, it's something. And did get some.
Can I quickly go
gold.
buy myself a set of lockpicking
I would-
tools just
Uh,
to have?
Lynn would
Yes,
like-
you can.
Lynn would be like one charging some wealthier people for her services and helping helping the poorer denizens for free, basically.
Well, at this point, I don't know if you'll have time to do that, but if the group spends another day in town, you can definitely do that.
If I have time, I'll do that. If not, then yeah.
All right, so yeah, what do you all want to do? So yes, you can buy items at book price from the market as long as they're not like
Got it.
fantastical. But yeah, things
Yeah,
like
she's got-
lockpicks would be fairly easy to come upon.
She has a pair of those now.
I'd lean towards heading out at this point, but I'm open to other suggestions.
It doesn't matter to me either way.
I've got
Rogan-
everything I need.
Rogan would say, "Are you
Oh,
joining
wait.
us, Ilar? You've been kind of quiet."
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm along for the ride. I was just kind of hanging back, letting y'all deal with y'all's business.
He nods. and
Are
says,
you
"Well,
comfortable being associated with us and having your name be given out freely?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Good to know. That's the only reason I didn't mention you before in my stories yet, but I will be sure to incorporate you moving forward.
Maybe in your stories you can use a good little nickname or pen name or something. I don't need
Oh,
any
don't worry. They won't be
major credit.
associated with you. You'll be fine. Trust me.
Nairi rolls her eyes. She says, "Yeah, right." Until he makes you the villain of the story. All right, are we ready to head out? She says.
Yeah.
All right, so the group has 2 locations. We'll say it's about 9:30 after the shopping and everything. And where are you all going? Go back to the big map.
We're okay.
Which camp are we going to?
We're going to the one northeast of Ferrix, right? Or mostly north, I guess.
Are we going to drive out Frantic first, or do we need to? Are we going to go to the camp first? There's a risk if we go to the camp to other camp first, because the elves might might report us back to Frantic, and they may have more reinforcements. Or are we going to
The
storm
goblins.
Frantic immediately?
I would suggest, Lynn, and I think I'm agreeing with you, that we head immediately to where we know Frantic is, or believe him to be, because otherwise he might go and form another camp.
Tip them off. That's my vote.
Yep, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep.
Alright. So you're traveling to the northern camp through the woods. So as usual, if you want to use the ferry, it's a silver piece for the group to cross. If someone wants to pay that.
We have some in the bag, right? You use it.
You're paying it, Ilar?
No, I was saying we have some community gold, do we
okay.
not?
Yeah, let's take it out of the bag of holding.
I can subtract it.
Alright, so
Cool.
the old man
Thank you.
smiles, giving you your change, and he will forward you across the river. Crossing to the other side. Alright, so you believe it could be up to a 3-day journey through the woods to get to the goblin camp. So to navigate through the woods just would be survival checks. Up to 2 of you can roll these, whoever wants to lead this.
Survival, I got it.
Lynn?
Okay,
Told
so
ya.
Lynn gives me 1. Okay, so Lynn and Bud are working together.
Oops. Yeah, not me.
Alright, so just let me do some rolls for traveling. And I think with you two both being proficient in survival, you can feed the group during this journey. So you don't have to worry about spending food. Just say you forage, and maybe Athy cooks up some good meals.
Oh, yeah. Roasted mushrooms and
Alright, let me know if you're doing anything while I make some checks to see how this journey goes. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pass the time.
So I would have a conversation with the group asking, is our primary intent to negotiate or just take them out?
I don't think there's a
Well-
whole lot of negotiating with goblins for the most part. I mean, they caged me up pretty quick. Wasn't a whole lot of talking there.
If we make them have good reason to want to negotiate, I don't know, we could make them feel like they need to. I don't know, like take out some small bands of them, or
I'm not sure if we have much to offer them. Do we have any
Make it-
If we do any
indications?
negotiations. Sorry, go ahead.
Go you first.
I was going to say, if we do any kind of negotiations, I think we should have, at least a couple of us kind of stay back out of sight and just try to keep an eye on things without, just for little cover.
idea.
Indeed. Do we have anything to offer them in return for not attacking? What would we? How would we convince them to not attack?
Hold one of their executives prisoner.
Yeah, capture someone important.
Yeah.
Do goblins really have a sense of loyalty? I
don't
guess
know.
if it's
I don't think
someone
so.
important.
We saw the
If
other
it's the
boss
right
guy
hand-
throw one of his goblins in the way.
Yeah, that was pretty low.
And in my experience, the moment you give up that person, I mean, we're not going to keep them in perpetuity.
Mhm.
My
That's what I was kinda
inclination
thinking
would be
of,
to go
like
into battle, but I wanted to at least raise the discussion first.
Should we
I
try
I
to
feel like
sneak in and catch them off guard, or are we just going gung ho right into it?
well, we tried the sneaking in method once, and Alette shoots a little bit of a look at Nairi. It didn't work out so well.
And you all have seen me banging around. I'm not the quietest of individuals.
But I like the idea. Well, so I definitely don't think this is probably going to be the most well defended goblin camp, considering the boss is there. So a full on, like, full frontal assault on it would probably just end up with us being dead. And I'd rather that not happen. So
Some scouting is likely appropriate despite Nairi's attempts previously. But I mostly wanted to just confirm our intent. I don't think we should plan too much yet. It will determine when we get there what we need to plan around. Just the general vibes we were going for. Negotiate or fight. Sounds like it's more like we're looking for a fight.
yes, I like the idea of maybe
Gotcha.
picking some of them off before charging in. We could always, like, kind of like I said, like, see if we, kind of do hit and run, and then when we've whittled them down enough, maybe present a negotiation for some sort of, to call things off, and maybe figure out what it is they're doing here. That's just my idea.
Yeah, I like the whittling down strategy. I think that's going to largely determine what we discover there. How big of a camp can we maintain some form of siege or control of the area? I don't know at this point.
All right.
We're thinking about. I guess the
So,
concern also
strategy.
is, like, their camps that might be close together. They might send reinforcements if they get those horns going.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
So as you're traveling, I'll say like about a day and a half has passed. You're making pretty good time through the woods. I believe it is. Let's see. Bud, right? Actually, both of you, Bud and Lynn, you would notice some concerning tracks that you would identify as being troll. There might be trolls in this area.
I will warn everyone. So you don't want to mess with trolls. They're nasty.
Oh, yeah, that sounds. What do you know of trolls? Do you know anything?
What do I know of trolls?
So you probably never fought trolls. I mean, as a druid, it's pretty easy to avoid them as they're not all that bright, and usually just staying kind of hidden, like maybe as a small animal, can keep you away from them. But they are very dangerous, very aggressive carnivores that just pretty much kill and eat anything they come upon. You also would probably know they have pretty... Well, actually, give me a nature check to see if you know the details. If anyone has nature training.
I'm trained in it, but does anyone have a higher?
Well, anyone can roll this. You just need to have training. You need to be proficient.
There's my natural 20 again.
Okay.
So as
I am proficient in it.
Yeah. I'm not proficient in nature because I got the druid feature.
So you would have some knowledge, just not as much as someone who's proficient. And you said you were proficient, Morgan?
I am proficient.
All right, so you probably have never fought trolls one-on-one. Maybe with some of your travels, like a group would have had to, like as a whole group, you might have to fight off one or two. And they are extremely dangerous, as I was said. It's just really hard to kill them because even once they go down, you have to quickly burn them with fire or else they'll get right back up. Like, they seem to have an almost unnatural ability to regenerate themselves.
Is there with my natural 20, would I know of is it just a generic troll, or are there any specific types that might be common in this specific area?
So generally in these areas you would encounter forest trolls, which are the more common type. That's not to say there couldn't be more rare strains, but in most situations, trolls are just your general forest trolls, and there's usually one or two tops, because they are chaotic and don't necessarily work well together. The only time you'll see more is if you find a lair, and a lair is not something you want to mess with, because then you're looking at 5 or 6 trolls, which will just decimate. Yeah.
So we don't have the time right now, but I would love to tell you all a story that I've learned about trolls. But for now, just know if we come across them and we battle, 1, we need to be very careful. 2, if they go down, make sure to burn them to finish them off.
Yeah, and once again, we don't have a lot of well, actually, no, we probably do have some firecasters now.
Yeah,
Lynn?
I picked up
Yeah?
some fire.
Oh, good. Bud's got fire. Awesome. Because
Does
I have this
Sacred
oil and a
Flame
torch.
count as
but-
fire or not?
Does what?
Radiance.
Sacred? No, that's radiant.
Yeah, I've got 2 things
Oh,
of
and
oil
you also
and,
know acid is also effective at stopping their regeneration. Fire and acid.
cool. Well, I guess we move cautiously, but you said they're not very bright and easy to sneak by.
Oh,
So-
that's been my experience. But
None of us are forest animals, though.
Nairi would look at the tracks and say, this might only be one. You know, if we got rid of it, it would make the area safer. We could save lives by making sure it didn't kill any of the Tordivore or any of our people.
I have a
agree.
I have a thought.
And
If I
Rogan
can
says,
hold it,
I would rather not get involved. Go ahead, sorry.
I have a thought. It's not like very bright. Maybe I could hold it down. Is hold person able to hold a troll?
It would depend on the description. I think it is
It
only
says
a humanoid.
I don't
yeah,
know.
so that wouldn't affect a troll.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know. We could try? I don't know.
Well, if they've
But then
been
I need to
raiding
de-manage
caravans, they could have treasure, Rogan says still. I rather not mess with anything that big if I can help it.
I think we should see if this really is just a single troll and take care of it. No reason to miss out on opportunity to make this space safer. It's not that far from town.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Nairi says, giving you a smile.
Hunters and foragers and maybe even children at play could possibly get out this far. Or at least not, we don't know if the troll's on the move and how much closer he'll get to the town.
Well, we can bring that back its head and see what they'll pay for it.
There we go. I like that thinking.
Alright, so you are going to try to track this troll, not just move past?
Yeah, like kind of like, oh, okay, fine. But she'll go along.
I don't have a strong opinion. I'm just kind of going with the flow. You guys decide.
Alright, so to track this thing, you would need to make more survival checks. Again, I'll take up to 2 from the group.
Got our experts.
Give me a second.
oh, nat 1.
Give me a
Hooray!
sec. Survival.
Oof. Alright.
And a
Oh,
nat
boy.
3 for.
Alright. Let me check something. So you are following this trail. But unfortunately, I think you got a little lost.
Here, I'm not hearing anything.
I said you're following this trail, but unfortunately you may have gotten a bit lost. Let me take a look at something. Do you hear us?
There we go. I just disconnected and reconnected because everybody went silent for me. I don't know if everyone else experienced that or not.
No,
No,
we
no,
heard
not
you.
me.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I heard you.
No worries.
So I will pass out in addition to whatever we've been eating along the way as we travel. Since we are now tracking this troll, trying to track this troll down, I'm gonna pass out like some buns to. I only have 3 of them, so I'm gonna give them to Bud and Alette and Morgan. And go ahead and eat those before we, get into any trouble here. It'll invigorate you a bit, and it'll give you 3 temp HP.
Ooh,
Sweet.
wow,
Nice.
these are the best buns I've ever tasted. What's in them? It's like magical.
What do I do?
Mm.
So
It's,
I just
kind of a-
realized who is in the front, because I don't think the party order is correct on the main page.
Yeah, we should
Where's-
probably
I'm
get
messing
that.
stuff up, trying to move things around.
Where's
Here,
oh
I'll bring us back to the
I don't know if I
main
was-
page, just so you can see what the current party order
Oh,
is.
okay.
So how
That-
do you want to be marching?
Define front for in this context.
Front
it
is
left,
the
right?
right.
this is okay.
I
Well,
would probably
Alette
stay
might
further
want that.
back.
Yeah, I imagine
Alette-
Alette might.
Be in the front, except
Well-
for our trackers might want to be more in the front.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
they're basically like there's like I don't want to split like necessarily say you guys are too far apart, just because in some situations you might need to be closer. But this is generally how you want to be marching, with this being the front.
I think in
Yeah.
general, I mean, unless, I guess
Okay.
Alette can
Yeah, I
watch
think
the rear.
Nairi and Alette might be in the lead right now just because they're scouting, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it worth clarifying here that I would be on my horse almost always? Unless
Yeah, why don't you drag your horse out just so we have him on the mat then?
that's fine.
Am I still on the horse? I haven't gotten off it.
I would say by default I am riding solo.
Okay, good. Because I'm
Well, I think you
curious.
have to say if you're back on each day or each.
Yeah, again, if you
Okay,
want to be,
good.
just ask, and I more than likely
rest
would
your
say
camp or
yes. But
something. Yeah.
Okay.
by default, it's
I'm
definitely
perfectly fine. I'm supposed to be tracking in the front, so I don't think I'm.
No. Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna do tracking from on horseback necessarily.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not possible.
So as you are moving through the woods, you enter into sort of a hilly area, which I will change the map in a moment. And from up ahead, you're kind of lost. You thought you were following the tracks, but now you can't seem to find them. And as you are looking around, trying to get your bearings, you hear large footsteps approaching from the east. So I need initiative rolls.
Oh,
You
God.
You just stumble into the lair.
you may have stumbled into something. And you can split yourselves up a little
Okay,
if you want to be
initiative.
back to back. You can say some of you were. I'll
Mm-hmm.
say within 20 feet of your current position. You can
What?
move yourselves
You're not
out.
one. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be right behind the horse. Yeah. Just-
Yeah, that's why I was trying to move
Or-
myself off to the side a little bit.
Yeah,
to
like I
allow-
said, you
Yeah,
can
so
go
maybe she might
20
have been-
feet in a direction from your current position.
Okay,
Which way
initiative.
so which way do we come from?
You came from back
I'm
down
going-
this way, northwest.
I'm
Oh,
going
oh.
over here.
So you kind of came up this hill and you were at this crossroad here when basically something is approaching.
I'm hiding behind Bud. I got that one. I'm never good at initiative
Sorry,
rolls.
initiative, you said?
Why?
Sorry, what'd you say?
My
9.
initiative is nat one.
Alright, so initiatives. Alright. So from up ahead, A large green creature comes charging down the hill.
Sounds like a troll to me.
Oh no! I was trying to stay in the
What the
back
hell
away
is
from
that?
everything.
You would see a large green thing with razor-sharp claws and teeth, tusks. It lets out a roar as it sees you. Does anyone speak
Okay, we found a
giant?
troll.
Alright, so
I
it
speak.
yells something
I
in a
only
language you
mental.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first act does not look friendly. The first act is going to be, I believe it's Bud. Yeah, Bud, you are the first act as you see this thing charging.
Not 20.
Ooh.
And I'll
Well,
say really quick, Ilar, with your passive perception, you think you, and I'll say Lynn too, because you guys are about the same. With your passive perception, you think you hear something coming from over here as well.
God damn it.
Any kind of description on what we hear? Is it just like a
It
bang,
sounds like
sticks breaking?
Yeah, it sounds like something, another like big heavy thing moving through the brush, like
goodness.
breaking a bunch of twigs and such.
Oh.
Oh boy, I would Okay.
But Bud, do you say anything, either of you?
I would say, God damn it, we got company.
I would mention hearing something off to the side too.
Alright, so yeah, you say something's behind us. But Bud, you would be the first to act. What are you gonna do?
Okay, since I was clearly told that we needed fire, I will not shapeshift this time. I'll cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff just in case I need it, and then I'll cast Flaming Sphere.
Alright, so you summon a ball of flaming energy. Where is that appearing?
Let's
And there are no details on your spell for some reason.
There never are. I think I will start it out. It looks like he is charging toward Morgan.
Yeah, he's kind of running down the hill, so you're not sure if he's charging at Morgan or Alar yet.
All right, I'm going to put it right here then, kind of in between the two of them.
Okay.
Try to force him to go by it, and if he wants to attack one of them, be near it.
Alright, so go ahead and place it where you're summoning it, and mark yourself as concentrating.
Oh, sorry. Where are the tokens again? Miscellaneous? No.
It's under Resources, Spell Effects.
Resources, of course. Sorry, of course.
No worries.
This is just 5 feet.
Quick question. Is anyone like their AC is less than 16?
Use chat for right now, because he's still going, if you want to talk.
Okay.
I think all I'm going to do other than that is just kind of move where I'm in front of Lynn.
Alright.
To give the troll another target, but also try to keep him from moving too far past the flame sphere.
Alright, so you're not actually attacking him with the flame sphere?
No, I think as I read this, as a bonus action I can move it, but I use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh.
Well,
So in future turns, I will use the bonus action to mash it into him.
see, I think as part of the cast, you do get to attack with it. That's why the description would be nice.
Oh, I'll cut and paste the description. Well, hang on, let me see if that'll post it.
Post it. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
So
when you cast it, doesn't put the description, but you can
Let's
post
see.
it.
Okay, so interesting. So it doesn't do that. All right.
Yeah,
so
I think
got it.
if I had like cast it and then used my bonus action to move it, I could have slammed it into him.
Gotcha.
But I'd rather set it up as an obstacle for him as
All
it
right.
charges us.
So go ahead and mark so as constrained, but that is going to be it for you. So
Okay.
from behind, in the brush down south, there's a bunch of cracking as a creature comes rushing through the brush. Maybe
Oh
out
god.
of a cave or something back there. So he is going to move 40 feet to here. Then as a bonus action,
Oh, good. Another one.
he's going to charge forward, moving with incredible speed. And as it does, it is going to try to rend Lynn. Slashing, or sorry, Alette. Slashing at you and critting. Ruh-roh. Are you level 5?
Yeah. Oh, my token's not showing my actual hit points though. I should have definitely more than that.
Yeah.
It's not matched up with my sheet. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I
That's
was gonna say,
what's on my
she
sheet.
looks
Oh, plus and I've got the 3 temp. There we go.
So why is...
So weird. It's showing like 40 out of 20.
You know what?
8 or
it's doing the old sheet. I'm just going to delete that sheet
Okay.
because it's for some reason linked up to your old sheet. You don't need anything on there, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Or here,
We're so low level that if there's any items or whatever, that would be the only thing. So
Alright, let me do this.
I think I've moved everything over that was important.
I think that just fixed it. I just associated it with the new sheet. There we go. Alright, so unfortunately
Cool.
it is going to crit you, which is why I was
Yeah, that's not
concerned what
good.
your hit points were.
Yeah, I'm
just
probably
like slamming into you,
screwed.
just slashing right into your armor, cutting you with its claws for 25 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Almost
she's,
knocking you off your feet. It lets out a
Is
roar.
that 3 level wounds?
Yes,
I can't
believe
do
so.
math. Okay.
It's then going to take a second rend attack. Luckily, you are able to dodge back.
Riposte. I'm gonna do
claw.
riposte.
Alright, so you spend your
Spending a-
reaction to riposte.
Yeah.
Ha!
Do that. That.
Alright,
Reaction
So reaction melee.
and attack. And then
Alright, yeah, 19
spend
will
one
strike.
to make. Okay, cool.
Stabbing the creature as it attempts to rip into you again for 10 slashing.
Like that.
It roars with anger, pulling its hand back, grabbing at the wound.
Nothing compared to the amount it did to me, but something.
And then just lets out another roar at you, getting ready to attack. And you already see the wounds you dealt starting to regenerate. That's it for the troll. Hathy. Like, what the heck? Turning
Alette,
around, seeing
I know.
this troll here.
I know it's not much, but Alette, don't forget you had.
Oh,
3
right.
temp.
Oh, yeah. So I can add, I'll add
Yeah,
3
you
to
did.
my main and then
I assume
take
that
away
this
my
space
temp.
is squeezing.
That would be the cliff face. You could go up there, but yeah, that would be squeezing. There's not really enough room.
What
to
about this
fight
one?
there. That would be okay. You could go there.
All right, yeah. All right, so I'm going to. She's gonna kind of get into her battle stance, where she kind of stands a little more like her stance is spread, and she's like kind of maybe hunched just a little bit, kind of like for like forward momentum, and she's gonna shift, which is not very noticeable. It's just very subtle, but her skin kind of becomes rougher, more like an animal hide, with maybe a boar or something. I will link that.
All right. So you change your form a bit.
And I'm going to get +1 AC and 12 temp from that. And I don't think that my token is associated with my new sheet, Lou. I like did the thing where I said like use selected token, but it's not, the AC and stuff isn't
It's
transferring.
associated with delete me. All right, yeah, that's
Right.
probably not the right sheet.
Yeah, the one at the very bottom is of the journal is the one you. But yeah, so then she's
Alright.
going to, for her action, she's going to cast elemental weapon and put fire on her packed weapon.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Okay.
Oh, you have symbols. Doesn't like symbols. Let me see if I can find your name. Or your...
Oh, I can take that out for now.
Well, where did it put you? Because yeah, usually it just puts all the names in alphabetical order, but because yours has the things, it's didn't put you at the start or the end. Yeah, could you take that out just for the moment? And then I can try to find your sheet. Paratha.
So I put it to non-character.
Okay, so it's Paratha, that's your... Got it.
That's her character sheet, yeah.
Okay. So that's why I couldn't find it. I was looking for Athy. Alright, this token and your sheet should be updated to associate with Paratha.
Thank you.
Is
All right,
it
and
working?
and then I'm just let me see if I tracked some HP, if it shows up on the sheet.
Alright, I lied. Now... And you don't have dark vision or anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it worked. It worked. What did you just ask?
You don't have dark vision or anything, right?
He has 120 feet of dark vision.
Oh. Alright, well, let me make sure you have that.
So yeah, she used action and bonus action, so her turn is done.
Alright, so you rushed up and you did elemental weapon, creating a fire blade, which the troll...
And I'm just gonna put a little fire on my token to remind me that I have that.
The troll does not like that and immediately turns to attack you when it's its turn. Alette.
She will. Actually, I don't know if I want to make a lot of noise right now, so she's gonna do 2 attacks, but she is going to use her evasive footwork as well. But I'll do the attacks first, because she is mad at this troll. That. Take that.
Alright, so you slash back at the troll. 25 will strike with the first, doing 7 points. And then
And again.
second,
Damn
oh no, he's going to dodge that one. And the
Okay,
troll is
and then I'll
now
use-
looking at you again.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to evasive footwork, disengage, and roll to see what my AC is increased by. Kind of wish I had done Booming Blade now, but I don't know if I want to make a lot of noise. So maybe I could get it to try to come after me. What do I roll for the AC again? I can never find the things on this sheet.
Whatever your
Yeah.
dice is.
Yeah, that's what I can never find what that actually is, and I can never remember.
I know it's based on your level. It should be under your abilities.
Yeah, it's just so much information.
It also should have like actual charges, so it's one of the only abilities.
Yeah. That's easy enough to find. I just can never find the actual what dice type it is.
I want to say D.
So I'm working on that, but that's
okay.
that's
That's
my
it
turn.
for
I'm
you.
I'm moving. I'm disengaging from it. So she's gonna maybe move over here next to Morgan.
Do you have a
She
bonus
kinda
action
wants-
disengage?
Yeah, that's what the feat was. The evasive
Oh,
footwork
the
is
evasive
bonus action. Yeah, superiority die spent. I just have to roll to see what my AC is
Alright, so
once
this
I find
troll
what the dice is.
does not like there's a ball of fire there. So he is... pretty much guaranteed he's going to go for Alar. So he's going to run up this way with his bonus action and then do a move to get to here. Trying to get away from the ball of flame. And then he's going to attack Alar with a rend. Lunging at you. I believe 21 is
I'd
going...
do the uncanny dodge.
So if it hits you, you
Is it a
can
reaction?
uncanny dodge as a reaction, which I think 21 would strike you, yes?
Yeah.
Alright, so it rends for 16, but yes, as a reaction, you can uncanny dodge to half that. So that's what you're
I need
doing?
to paste it.
Yeah, go ahead
Yeah.
and paste that.
Oh, there we go.
I think you just press the word bubble and that should... Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And that costs your reaction, so you'd mark yourself with this. So you would take 8 points of damage from that instead of 16 as you kind of roll with the hit. He'll do a second claw attack. Trying to rend again. So I believe 15 is going to hit. Striking you.
Really based off, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, based off armor class 14, yeah.
Yeah, so that is going to strike you for another 7. Luckily, that was a grazing blow. And that is going to end...
7?
Yeah. And that is going to end his turn. So Alar does look... well, I think you have 1 level, or no, 2 levels of wound. What are you going to do? I think you have 1 level because you're not below half. So you just mark yourself one of those so your healers know how you're doing.
I just click on it.
Well, I already marked you, but just for future reference, that's how you indicate.
Oh, the blue? Okay.
It's the that half heart thing that I put on you.
Oh, hold on, I can't see anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got you. I zoomed out too far.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Boy. I will try to get back over here, kind of more towards the group, and the other side of this fire.
So are you going to disengage to get away from the troll?
Yes, sorry.
Alright, so you do the roguish action. Go ahead and link it to disengage. Giving you the ability to step away without him doing an opportunity attack. What else do you want to do?
I not have. Losing it. What am I looking for here? You said roguish action for what?
I think
The
it's
disengage?
called roguish action, and that lets you disengage
action.
or cunning action. Okay, and that lets you disengage. As
Okay,
a
there it
bonus
is.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Sorry.
go. Alright, so you quickly
Okay.
dodge away from the troll before he can attack again.
I will. See, I guess pull out my bow and try to. I can move here with that and then still try to attack with the bow, right?
Yeah, now if you attack the one that's to the south, you would get sneak attack because it's being distracted by Athi. Just FYI.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Then yeah, we'll do that and we'll kind of focus. I'll focus more on that. In that case, I'd still be able to make it back towards this side, right? Sorry.
Yeah, you could fire from there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Kind of get back on this side, middle of the group, and then I will attack the one to the south.
Alright, so you fire off an arrow.
Where's my
At
sword
the
bullet?
southern one.
Oh.
12, unfortunately, is going to miss him, as he does have AC of 15, so the arrow would fly past but not strike. Anything else?
Let me see. I think that's about all I got. Wait, for the. That's it for now. Sorry.
Okay. So that ends your turn. The steed goes, but I think it goes on your turn, doesn't it, Morgan?
Yeah, while I'm riding it, it goes on my turn.
Okay. So Morgan, what are you going to
Yep.
do?
I just saw my companion run by the flaming spear, and I believe it's okay to run by it. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It heats up if you stay there. And you
Gotcha.
see the troll
So
up here is about to chase after Alar.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna go, and I can't see why I can't select 2 tokens at the same time, so we'll do it one at a time. Is that a okay space to move into, or is that too much intrusion?
You'd have to be 1 over, or else you're kind of on the side of the cliff.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'd move up to there, and then that would be 5, 10, 15 feet of movement. I'm going to use an additional half my movement to dismount
Okay.
there, and then my last feet of movement.
So you
Cannot.
charge forward, jumping off your horse as you do.
And then I move to there with my last 5 feet.
And Bud says, "Oh, now you're in a spot where I can't get the flame sphere next to him without getting it next to you too."
Well, if I stand there, then I'm sitting next to the flaming sphere.
Alright, well, what are you
Jump
going
off
to
the
do?
horse
Because
from the
Bud can't really do much about that.
Why aren't
right
you
now.
attacking from on top of your horse? I thought that was the point of
Hey, Bud.
Because
you
riding
gotta,
a horse.
you gotta wait.
if I'm off, then it acts independently, and it can do a whole lot more.
Okay.
Yep. So I am going to get to there, and then I am going to attack.
Alright, so you jump down off your horse, rushing up for an attack. Go for it.
Yep. Add a new regular attack.
Yeah, 17
17 to hit.
will connect, bringing your battle axe
Definitely
down.
gonna divine. Yeah, we're gonna do divine smite and use savage attacker. I get to roll damage twice. Everything's taking the higher. There's the
Okay,
7
so
for
7.
the initial, and then here's the divine smite. 9.
Alright, so there is an explosion of radiant energy as you hit the thing for 16. It definitely looks wounded as it staggers back, letting out a massive roar at you, getting ready to come in to rend. Anything
And
else?
I will take my second attack.
Alright, second swing.
18 to hit.
18 cuts it again.
So we're gonna hit it.
And
Since
it
I
as
used
well.
I don't believe I can divine smite twice in a row.
No, it's once per turn, I believe. So another 11 slashing as the creature does begin to regenerate already. And it looks like it is ready to tear into you. Anything else?
Yeah, no, that'll do it for me, I think. Oh yeah, sorry, topple. I should have done that earlier.
That's from your battle axe. Con save.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about my Vex.
What's the DC on that?
Topple is DC 8 plus the ability modifier to use to make the attack roll.
Okay, so
Plus
I
6.
think it failed. Yeah, so with a +5, luckily it rolled poorly and is knocked to its knees.
Unfortunately, I can't do fire. I'm sorry if I got in the way, bud.
All right, Lynn.
I turn the mic off. I will move from over here to over here, so I could like be closer to everyone and still be away from battle. Actually, you know what? Can I move through Alar?
Yeah, he's just difficult terrain, unless he's going to prevent you. So that's
I'm not going
20
to do.
feet
I'm
of
not going to
movement.
do anything. Yeah. I'm just going to move there, so I'm behind everyone, and I'm going to use Cure Wounds on Alette.
All right, so you channel
Give me a
some
sec.
healing energy as she backs off from the
Cure
troll,
Wounds.
which is going to be 2d8.
There we go.
All right, so I'll let you feel much better, regaining 9.
Wait,
Does that do anything though?
Anything else?
I hope it does.
Oh yeah, she looks much better.
Hope it does something good, and that will probably be my turn because I don't have any bonus actions.
All right,
Oh, I'm
so
gonna go
into
now.
the new round. Bud, what are you gonna do?
All right, I can't get the flaming sphere to the other troll, so I will slide it up here and ram it into this troll,
All right.
which is if I ram it into it, what happens?
It has to make a dex save.
It's got to make a dex save. Yes.
All right, so with a +1 to its save, it's going to fail, taking the direct hit as it gets all burned up, turning off its
7 points of
regeneration.
damage. Yep. And then looking down at the other one, I will.
He yells something in giant.
Oh shoot. You said poison or acid? Acid.
Acid.
What was the other one?
Acid or fire, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna be able to do acid. So, I'll cast Starry Wisp at the other one.
All right, blasting it with radiant energy. Oh, but no, that is
only
just
a
gonna
10, no.
fly past, missing. What else?
I'll just I'll start to move down toward this one.
Okay.
Flank with, yeah.
So the troll goes. At the start of its turn, it regains 15 hit points, almost fully healing the
fire on these
hit
things.
you just did. And it is going to go for Athy, because it does not like she has a fire sword. So it is going to... Actually, what does this do? Bloodied is half health or below, right? Is that an official term in 5.5?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. They gave trolls a new thing. Okay.
Yeah, because they weren't scary enough already.
Especially
Right,
to low
exactly.
level characters.
Alright. So it lunges at you with a
You
rend
don't have a
attack.
wizard with flame.
Luckily, you are too quick for it and jump out of the way. It spins around, slashing a second time. 19, I believe, is going to hit you, Athy.
Yes.
Rending you for 14 slashing.
Alright, so 12 of that comes from my temp.
Yep, it breaks through your shield, slightly cutting you. And that's going to be it for the troll. Athy.
I will answer right back with my packed weapon. So I'm going to look very intent and focused, trained for combat, and just lunge in.
So as the giant troll is bearing down on you, you bring your flaming blade slashing upward.
I'm going to check something real quick before I attack. Do I want to... Yeah, I can do it now because I'm holding the shield. So yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to do a hex on this guy.
All right, so you. Hexblade's curse. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, yeah, not the spell. And then I will do the short sword attack.
All right, slashing, and this is your burning short sword, right?
Correct. It's also my packed weapon.
Okay. And that's concentration for the burning weapon, or is that just a...
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'll put that on.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
15.
Oh, wait, hang on. I need to see if I still have a burning weapon after I took that damage.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, because I wasn't marked to concentrate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, 15 with the flank especially will strike the creature.
Okay. So then that is
Yeesh.
just the piercing. Hang on. I thought I had turned on a global modifier, but it doesn't seem to have.
Also, it looks
Or
like
not,
it's using
so-
strength. I think it should use your charisma.
It should. So that should be. Sorry, and it's because I created this new sheet last week. Right, that's fixed now. I'm just rolling this again so that I can click it for the damage.
Okay.
And that's.
You're not actually rolling a dice. You're auto-rolling one. You roll one pact. I don't know what that means, but you should be rolling a d6. And it's rolling one.
Okay. Shoot.
So if you just either want to just...
It says 1d6 plus 1 pact.
Yeah, I'm just seeing roll one.
Yeah, okay.
So if you just want
I'll
to
have to
roll
work
a d6
Sorry
for
about
now.
that. Alright. So it's... Apologies. I turned on the global modifier, but it's not, so I gotta remember what this is here. It's 1... Where's the damage?
It's just, so yeah, if you just want to roll a d6.
1d4. Okay. Alright, so 1d4 plus 1d6. So there's the weapon damage, but that's plus 1 for
So
pact, and then, so that's 7 piercing and 4 fire.
Alright, so 11 points of damage. And the fire on that will turn off the regeneration.
And then I'll do my second attack.
Alright.
Oh,
yeah.
wait, Hex. He would also take...
I think he just takes an extra... Hexblade's
It's a
Curse
slab
lets
now,
you
yeah.
crit easier.
Extra 3 damage, yeah.
Okay.
And a crit on a 19.
Alright, so
Yeah.
he took an extra
And it's,
3.
I think it's the weapon damage, so it'd be piercing, I believe.
Okay.
Alright, so then the second attack would
Yeah.
then...
16 will
be-
strike for another 5 points of damage.
Okay, so that would be 6 with the elemental weapon, and then an additional 2 fire. And then my offhand blade. Oh wait, I'm holding my shield, and I already used my bonus action, so that's my turn.
So the +1 isn't to damage, it's to attack. The 1d4 is
It's
to
both.
damage. That's not what the
both.
spell says. It
I'm
says
talking the pact
+1.
weapon. The pact weapon gives the +1 to the damage, or to the attack.
Well,
Sorry.
okay, so that
Yeah.
isn't from elemental weapon. That's from your pact weapon.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right, so that's another 7. All right, that ends your turn, Alette. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, she's feeling a little bit better. I mean, I guess she'll charge in. Although, I mean, I could attack with a bow. It's not as fun though. She'll just she'll just charge it again.
You could just miss like I did.
Yeah. So she's
Freaked
gonna...
out by these trolls. All right, so you rush
She's
in.
gonna bonus action second wind first as she's moving in. Takes a deep breath. Got this. Where is that? Yeah. Okay. So she's gonna do that after I attack, so that I can take my time.
All right, so you
18.
attack from behind as Athi is distracting it. 17 will strike, coming in with a stab from your short sword for 9.
Okay. Another 17.
Yeah, that strikes again, stabbing it for
7.
another 7. And I
Cool.
believe you do
And
have
my second
advantage
wind.
on your next attack now.
Oh, I had an advantage on that attack too. So I'm just gonna crit fish for a second,
Okay.
real quick, just to see if I got a nat 20. Nope. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I just have to roll my healing thing, but you all can continue. That is all she's got for her turn.
All right, so the troll goes. He's going to stand
Oh, hold on,
up,
let me-
roaring.
Oh,
And
different troll. Okay.
he will Let's see, there's a flaming sphere there. He doesn't like that. So he starts regenerating again. He is going to move here.
Oh wait.
Hmm?
Oh, he starts regenerating on his turn, even though he got burned in the last turn.
Well, he doesn't actually gain anything this turn. It's just the effect reactivates.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Just making
So
sure.
he steps back, giving your horse an oppie, since you said he was acting independent now.
Yep. That's partially why I did that.
Alright, so the horse is going to take a reaction against him.
Yep.
Ooh.
10 to hit, unfortunately.
No, that's going to miss. So yeah, he does step back, and he is going to rend at you, trying to slash you up good. The first attack you will easily block with your shield. Ooh, but 21 is going to strike with the second, I believe.
That would hit.
Slashing you up for 11 points of damage.
3 goes to the temp. Thank you very much.
As he claws into you.
8 for me to deal with.
And I think he's going to end there. Alar.
Real quick, so if I'm behind someone, is that advantage, or was that different on your house rules? Like, I remember seeing something, but I don't remember what it was.
So if you flank with something, you gain or flank with someone, you gain a +2 from them being on the other side of the monster.
Just for to hit?
Yes, so like if you stood here, you would have a +2 if you're stabbing him. That's only for melee attacks.
I didn't see her. Okay, yeah. So, and with my 30 foot, I can still get back to this side, right? Is my thing not clicking?
You might be set to ruler. Yeah, that's your ruler.
Oh, did I? Whoop.
So you have to
I tried to
set
measure.
the pointer. But if you pick up your token and press Q once, it'll measure as you move your token. Just FYI.
Okay.
Like he just did.
So I can't get that far. Oh, what's happening? All right.
That's
I got a little
similar.
wild there.
Little run there. Up.
I'm trying to see if I can flank him, but then leg got right there.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so I can't get back on this
there
side.
isn't really a good
I don't think I
flanking
can.
position right now. You'd need someone to be like diagonal down here.
Because this
you could
to the right isn't flanking, right?
Yeah, you could stealth in the bushes with your bonus action, and then attack with advantage from stealth.
Well, so okay, and sorry but I'm trying to figure this out. I have where'd he go? I was looking at something. Trying to do all this on it wasn't my turn. For my cunning action, I can use a hide action still, but I can't really hide if I'm trying to engage right after, right?
So you can
for
hide.
now,
You can hide as a bonus action, and then pop out of hiding for advantage with your action to attack. Are you talking about if you want to stab him?
so what I'm trying to do is get up close to him, hidden, and do a sneak attack.
So if you hide successfully, you can move up to your speed before you're seen. So you can hide, then rush out of the bushes, and as long as you can get to your target by the end of your speed, you still have advantage.
Okay, and never mind. I didn't finish reading this. So sneak attack, I don't need advantage on the attack roll for the bonus damage if the target's within 5 feet of another enemy. Okay.
Yes, although
So that was waste
advantage
time,
does give you more likely to hit.
Right. Okay.
Go for those
So, yeah, let's
advantages
try that out.
because crit with rogues is insane.
Okay. I will. Okay, so I'll try as a bonus action. I'll try to hide first, right, and then I can still move my 30 foot.
All right. So the only condition you need for hide is to be in the bushes or in cover. So you'd have to step here first, then you can do a hide.
Oh, I can still reach from there. All right, so I'll step there. That's 5 foot, right, and then.
Yeah. All right. So give me a
and then I will.
stealth check. Alright, so yes, you vanish into the underbrush, quickly emerging, I assume, as you rush forward and stab.
Yeah, and then I'll come back down here.
Okay.
I'm not seeing the distance for a reason. And then, yes, I will attack with my Sneak attack.
All right, so so short sword, I believe, with advantage because you were just hiding.
Where's
He
the-
did not see you.
Yes.
Are you using that fancy elven sword?
I think he's using his regular sword.
Yeah, I'm still using regular stuff right now.
Okay.
I probably should, but I'm getting chicken about it. Alright, short sword.
Alright, so you have advantage, so roll again.
Oh.
Alright, so 16 is enough as you come rushing up, suddenly shanking him. Doing damage
now.
plus sneak.
And then, what was my sneak? What was the sneak? Where's it at?
So you have to turn it
1d6.
on your sheet, and then it should pop up when you roll damage. Or
Oh.
you can just roll it.
How do I turn it on?
There should be like a slider.
I already
Turn
rolled,
it
so I'll
on.
just roll next one.
Okay,
I
so
don't see a slider, I just see a...
there should be like
And then
a...
just a bonus d6.
Let's see.
I'm under traits and stuff. Is that the wrong spot? Is it in combat too somewhere?
So
Oh
it's
yeah, there it is. Never mind.
Yeah, it's below your macros. There should be like a switch to turn it on or off. It's the 3d6
Okay,
one.
I see it now.
But since you already
So then do I
rolled,
just
yeah.
click?
We'll just roll 3d6 at this
Just click
point.
the 3d6 on it?
Is
that gonna roll?
Yeah, I don't think that'll
No,
roll,
that didn't work.
so you
Okay.
might have to use the dice button on the left of the screen. And just roll 3d6
And
with that.
it's got the... So I can do that, right?
Yes. All right. So 11 points as you rush up, stabbing it. Which will...
And then, as a dual wield, I still have a second attack, right?
You already
Or
used
was
your
that-
bonus action to hide, so I don't think you still have it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because the dual wield, the bonus action's an attack, right?
Yeah. That would give him another wound and unfortunately draw aggro on you.
Oh, good.
Anything else?
Do I have any more? I can still move. No, I'd be disengaging. No, that's it.
All right. So the steed goes.
There.
All right. It rushes through the underbrush around the other
I'm
side.
assuming that would be. I had 60 feet, and that looked like it was 50. So even if there's some difficult terrain, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'll say that's fine.
Probably not any further than that. And we're gonna go ahead and otherworldly slam again. 18.
All right. So 18 is going to connect this time, catching him off guard.
And it doesn't look like I can macro this currently, so I might have to fix that later. So
You
we'll
just,
do 8.
if you mouse over Otherworldly Slam, you just click it on the chat. There you go.
Sweet.
So 9 points of damage.
It's not doing the modifier, so it's 2 plus the spell's level, which is 2, so an additional 4.
So it has the 2 in there. I see 7 plus 2, and you said another 2
Okay,
for
so
the
it's just
spell
missing, the 2 from the spell level.
Yeah, and you can edit that if you go into the sheet. But
I've not done a lot of sheet modifying before, but I'll look at that, yeah.
Alright, so you slam it for 9, what is it, force damage?
That would be celestial radiant damage.
Radiant, alright. Which also is going to give this thing another level of wound. And get its attention on the horse. What else?
Fine. That would be it for the horse. It can't do that much. It can do some other fun stuff, but for now, that's the best.
Morgan.
Yep, Morgan's going to move over here to hopefully give some space for the flaming ball.
Flaming sphere, yeah.
But still hold its attention, and then also have advantage, or not advantage, but flank now on my attacks.
Alright, so you...
Start swinging at it.
Using the distraction, oh no, 13 is going to miss as he turns around in time, dodging your axe swing.
Well, let's go ahead and swing again at him.
Oh!
Holy crap.
So he just kicks you back as
That's
you try to
pretty
swing,
terrible.
laughing at you.
Utilize action, so I can't do that.
Says, eat you.
Go for it. Stupid troll. At this point, I don't want to burn any of my other abilities. So unfortunately, that is a very weak turn by me.
Alright, Lynn. The group has split off to the different targets and you're still in the middle. What are you going to do?
Because I'm gonna probably stay in the middle because I know I'm not going to be able to hit much. But I am going to move right here so that I'm right in the middle of them.
Alright, so you go
And
over
then I'm
in the
going to
bushes.
use yep, I'm going to going to cast a spell. A level 2 command, I guess.
Alright, go ahead and link it.
Wait,
Isn't command level 1?
give me a second.
No, it's level 2.
Oh, is it level 2?
No, it's level 1. It's level 1.
Oh.
I'm just going to do it level. I'm just going to do it level 2 so I could make both of them stop doing anything.
Oh, can you upcast to hit more
Can
of
I
them?
upcast?
I don't know if that's a thing.
I
Yeah, I
don't
think-
know.
Yeah, I don't see that as
Can
one
I
of the...
upcast? Oh yes,
Oh, using a
there's
higher
one
level,
up.
yeah, it can.
I'm
Or
going
am
to
I just
use
blind?
one. No, it's over here. There's a description for it.
Oh, as
Using a
usual, it
higher
doesn't
level
have all
spell
the
slot.
thing. Okay, so you're trying to affect both of them with a level 2, and that's a wisdom save, I believe. What's your DC?
Yep. The DC is 14.
And what command are you giving them?
Halt.
Alright, so your eyes glow as you chant, summoning divine energies. Your voice booms. Halt! The one to the south is going to fail with a -1. Obviously not very wisdom. And he goes, "Rah!" like putting his hands up, trying to keep the energies at bay, but he is affected. The north one is also going to fail, again with a -1. Not a very good, very good saves, so they are halted, at least for now. Anything else, Lynn?
Nicely done.
And then I'm going to use Sacred Flame on whichever anyone wants. Oh, okay, I am going to use it on this guy. Give me a second. This guy, because there's only one person. One person is Steve
Who's
on it,
this
so
guy?
I'm going to Sacred Flame that. Ew.
The south one or the north one? I didn't
North
see a
one.
ping.
Is it not?
Alright.
Is it not pinging?
So you hurl a sacred flame
Yeah, mine wasn't
towards
either.
the north one. Dex save.
Dex save 14.
Alright, he's going to fail, kind of caught off guard by your follow-up Radiant Blast. What does he take?
I'm rolling. There we go. Not a bad one.
So he is seared for another 6 damage, and I assume that is the end of your turn?
Yep, that's the end of my turn, unless because I don't wait. Is command an action? If that's an action, I can't use
Yes.
Sacred Flame. Okay, then
Command is an
I can't
action.
use.
Okay,
Then
so
I can't
he
use Sacred Flame.
gains 6 back. Go ahead, bud. What are
I'm
you
just
gonna
going
do?
to. I'm just going to hide.
Well, you can't hide. You don't have
Hide
an
in the bush.
action. But you can stand in the
Oh, yeah.
bushes. Go ahead, bud. What are
I'm
you
going to
doing?
stand in the bushes.
All right, I will. I assume that I could move this, like right to this spot, or is that not a
No, you
viable
can put
spot
it
for a
there.
flame sphere? All right, so
That's
it
all
will
force
ram
fire.
into him.
Was
It
someone
will
else
ram
talking?
into him again.
I thought I heard someone say something. Okay, so you ram the flaming sphere into the troll, who will try to dodge it.
Yeah.
He will make it with a +1, so he dodges out of the way, but it does strike him, or at least grazes him for half damage, which
Yep.
is
So
enough
let
to
me-
turn his regeneration off. So he
So he
takes
takes
3.
3 damage.
But more
Yep.
importantly, he cannot regain health just yet. What else, bud?
All right. That was my bonus action. So now I will attack with my Shillelagh Quarterstaff on the one.
This
standing
guy yells
next to
something
it.
in Giant, and suddenly this one changes targets to Bud.
Oh.
Okay, so
I don't know why that's necessary.
Shillelagh. Oh!
I think I changed his target to
Yeah,
me
well,
anyway.
now he definitely changed targets. As you just wail him right in the face while you
Nice.
break one of his tusks.
That's funny.
Now, do I click both the damage and the crit damage?
Just crit
to get the
damage.
damage? Just crit damage.
Yeah. Alright, so wham.
Oh.
21.
He just
Amazing.
is, just
Yeah.
right in the face, 21 damage. And his tusks are broken with 3 levels of wound. Oh, and why does he have exhaustion? He should have regen on him, not exhaustion. Anything else?
And I yell, "The dawn take you all!" Or something.
Or something. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, or something that really made it effective.
Yeah.
Right.
So this one, that's right. I think Athy, you hit him, so
By
he's not
fire, yeah.
regenerating. So for his turn, he starts regenerating again. Not gaining anything just yet. Turning around at Bud, he is
Wait.
going to attempt.
He's halted.
He's
Oh right, he's
had to come
halted.
in.
All
He's
right,
halted,
so
yeah.
he stands there, paralyzed by Lynn's divine
Indecision.
energy, ending his turn. Athy.
All right. So then, I think I actually fixed my macros. I will take advantage of Lynn's magic and his stillness and stab some more.
All right, so you come in slashing 26. Is there a +1 on that? Oh yeah, with the
+1 for
element.
He's flanking, right?
and a +1 for the elemental. Yeah.
All right, so that would strike. Doing 11.
And I'm just doing piercing because he doesn't seem to be resistant or anything. So.
Okay, 11 piercing from the pack
And
blade
4
and
fire.
4 fire. Got it. So 15. As he is burned again, turning off his regeneration. And doing slashing damage, you cut off one of his limbs, giving him a level of exhaustion.
I think short sword is piercing.
Oh, right, it's piercing. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. You
Although
just
that would be
stabbed
fun.
him. Alright. So, anything else, Athy? Second. Oh, crit.
Second attack.
Alright. So, you distract him with the first stab. The second one just goes right in, setting him ablaze.
All right.
Jeez.
Oh, wait. He
Then I
is
will.
actually dying. He's not dead yet, but he is down with 4 levels of wound.
Okay. I will move a bit this direction, but I won't completely leave this dying troll's side. In case he pops back up, but I don't have anything else this turn.
Okay. So you stab him and start moving north. Alette.
You know what? I'll just hit this guy again.
Alright, so you
Make sure he doesn't get back up.
go ahead and make a roll for the attack. That would be advantage.
Good.
Oh!
Okay.
Alright, so you go to stab him,
Okay.
somehow like grazing his leathery skin. It doesn't actually cut into him. He's just.
But advantage, so yeah, 15.
Second attack,
for her
15
second.
just hits him. Jeez, this is some bad rolls. So that will hit him, and that will be an auto crit as you just stab him right through the eye. And that kills him.
Okay, cool. And then she will.
Good job.
Good job, everybody. All right, and she will start moving towards this troll up here. That's it.
Okay. So this troll also is enthralled by the command, and he is just going to halt, stunned by Lynn's magic.
So at the end of his
Yay.
turn, he takes 2d6 damage. Or I guess technically, can he make a dexterity save?
Yeah.
I guess he can.
He
Yeah.
can. So
So he makes a dex save.
will attempt to dodge the fire, fail, and what does he take? 9
9.
fire. Ouch. He's burned up. Go ahead, Alar. What are you doing?
I will stay here and do my steady aim on the one north.
Alright, so you take aim, carefully lining up the shot, which will give you advantage.
If I can find my short bow, there it is.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Go ahead and roll again. Oof.
There it goes.
So 15 and 12 for your shot. Unfortunately, he does have cover from your allies, so that is going to miss.
I don't know how I accidentally hit dagger too. My thing glitched out. That one's a dagger. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah. So the two short bow ones, the 15 is the high one, but that would not be enough because you have people in the way now.
Okay.
Alright, anything else?
Then I'm stuck here. That's it. That's all I got.
Any
Movement?
movement? Oh, wait, you did steady aim, yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
The steed goes. What's it gonna do?
The steed, seeing the fantastic battling going down, is jealous that it's not able to do more damage, and I lost I usually have the acid out, and I think I closed it by mistake, so let me open it. There we go, and he's going to slam.
Alright.
Bam!
So he does a massive kick as this thing is distracted by you, knocking him. Just barely hitting for 5 plus 2, so 7.
And looking at everybody else, he's pretty happy with the looking of everyone, so he's not feeling the need to do anything else.
Alright, Morgan.
Morgan, being jealous that they've killed their troll before he's killed his, is going to start swinging.
Well, there were 4 of us. And just...
Yeah, we're all focused on
you and a spear of fire. And a horse.
Well, apparently the troll is intimidating as you swish up at it and it just laughs at you more. Your horse is better than you.
What is this?
Maybe your horse should wield your battle axe. No, he wouldn't.
Well, thankfully I don't speak troll, so I have no idea what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
The troll is destroying your confidence.
Yeah.
It apparently
Troll's
is.
not the only one
It's
getting
the tone
burned
of voice.
right now.
We will not tell stories of this day.
Alright, so that's it for... when
That's
Morgan tells
basically
the
it,
story,
yeah.
he's going to do way better. Lynn.
I just appreciate the fact that he's not just a troll, he's an internet troll.
He's trolling Morgan.
I see what you did there.
Exactly. You like that?
Got it. God, okay. Anyway,
What are you going to do?
let's do a command again. This time level 1, because there's only one guy.
Alright, so you do another command spell, which targets his wisdom. He is not very wise. Oh, and he is going to fail. Once again, what are you commanding? Halt again?
Yeah.
So he roars in frustration as he once again is kept back by your magics. What else?
Fuck him. Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Screw that guy. Alright, so
Yeah.
that is it for Lynn. My internet browser is freezing. Give me a moment. New round, Bud.
Okay. First things first, I will slam the flame sphere into him again, forcing another dex save.
Alright. So as he's laughing at Morgan, suddenly he fails his dex save once again.
Alright, and once again...
That's what he gets for trolling
9
Morgan.
points of damage.
9 points. Alright, so he is pretty badly burned at this point with 3 levels of wound.
Okay. Think I'll just move somewhere where I can get a more clear shot on him and cast Starry Wisp.
Okay. Another blast of Starry Wisp. 15 unfortunately would miss because he has a cover bonus right now. Plus 2.
Yeah. That spell doesn't work for me apparently.
What's the thing with the
Like,
so
I'm
like
not-
you can stand behind somebody and not have the
Yeah,
Oh,
cover
if I
debuff?
moved right, if I moved.
Yeah. Like if
right
you're right
behind
behind a let.
If you're behind
yeah.
an ally, you ignore them as cover. So if he went right behind Morgan there, he could shoot the troll without cover. So basically, he's like shooting over his shoulder. But
Yeah,
if he's back further,
I did
then
not plan that well.
yeah.
Oh, so it wouldn't work for going behind a let because she's too far from the troll?
Well, then Morgan would still be in the way. So yeah, he would have to be behind Morgan. But yeah, if Morgan wasn't there and he stood behind you, he could basically shoot without
Okay.
worrying
It doesn't
about
make
cover.
sense to me visually, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Well-
it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like Morgan would be in the way anymore.
But yeah,
If you
I'm
were
just
Move off to
standing
the
here-
side
Well, it
slightly.
It depends on which side I went
The
from,
line
I
of-
guess.
Well, the thing is, like, you're not a 5-foot blob, so like it's considered Morgan is moving around in that square, and the troll is moving
Oh,
around
hey.
in this big square.
But what about?
I'm close to
Oh,
a
okay. So the
5-foot
troll
blob.
could be like more over here
Yes,
and not
so-
in this square here.
During that
could not be in
6-second
that,
round,
yeah.
he's all over the place fighting. So yeah, there's basically like there's a chance that Morgan is in front of the troll partially when you take the shot.
Okay, that
Um,
makes more sense to me now.
Yeah, no worries. But Bud, that's it for you, right?
That is it for me.
Okay, so the troll is dead. Athy.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think I can quite. I should have moved more on my last turn. I think I can only get to about here. And
And so you rush forward, getting ready to fight. For some reason,
Yeah,
I
okay,
can't
let's
see
do-
Lynn's sheet. That's weird.
and I'm. holding
Because she's
a
hiding in the
sword,
bushes.
I guess so, yeah.
but She doesn't understand. Let's see. Okay, I think she's just gonna dash. Can I move through Morgan, or is there something else going on here because of the cliff?
No, you can move through there. It's like it's a, what's it, not a decline, but a descent or whatever that's called. But yeah, you can, as long as he allows you, you can move through the square.
All right, I'll just move around here. More opportunities for flank, I guess.
All right.
And yeah. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, because I dashed. Okay, yeah.
All right, Alette, what are you gonna do?
Gonna join in on the fun here. How dare you offend our paladin? All right, am I good here, or
Yeah, you
I guess
can.
I'll move one closer to?
Oh wait,
Athy?
yeah. So you have to. That's fine. You can go there.
Yeah.
All right. So you rush
Yeah,
up
just
as
hop down.
well.
Yeah.
Morgan does allow passage as he's fighting the troll,
Okay, it's very kind of him.
or at least as he's swinging wildly as the troll. just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know this is
stands
your
back.
troll, but I hope you don't mind.
I'll allow it.
Oh no, the troll is
Okay.
just gonna slap your attack away and now laugh.
Yeah.
At you.
Wow, you're right. This troll.
This troll is.
There's
he's
something about this
amazing.
troll.
For this halted troll that is not moving or fighting, it is dodging very effectively.
Yeah, some kind of martial arts training. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. So once again, the troll roars angrily as it is halted and cannot move, trying to dex save at the end of its turn. This is bullshit. All right, it's gonna fail its dex save because apparently it's only dodgy when you guys swing at it. Once again,
All right.
turning off its regen. How much damage does it take?
Sorry, I lost the. There it is.
7
this time.
All right, that ends its turn. Alar.
I don't even know if I should try to shoot with the bow again, but I can't reach it, so I'm gonna come up with that 5 there,
Okay.
and then I would still be behind them though, right? For a
Yeah,
shot.
so-
I would still have it there.
It would still have cover from Morgan. The only thing you could do is go right up behind Morgan, and then it would not have cover. Because then Morgan would not be in the way if he's
Okay,
right in
I can
front.
recheck. It's 30 altogether.
Basically shooting
Okay,
over
and-
his shoulder.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Morgan.
We'll
get
try
out."
that. That way, maybe I can actually hit. I'm
All right.
10 foot away But boy, if I don't hit, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna throw the whole bow away.
Well, he is dodgy. We'll see. Oh, jeez.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
dodgy troll.
So
Oh
the
my
troll,
word.
very slowly, does a bullet time where he's like, whoosh, as the arrow flies past him. It's like, hurrah.
That's it. That's all I got.
So you curse as he dodges the arrow. The steed goes. Who's been
The
bullying
only
him.
beast that can do damage, the humanoid's
right?
missing over and over again.
The steed is apparently just. Yeah, there
Oh!
he goes. So
16.
as he's dodging the arrow, he gets kicked in the back. Ah! For another 10 points, and he's barely hanging on, but he is still going.
Still laughing at
maybe,
us.
Maybe
Yeah.
Morgan can finally finish it off and say, "Ha! Before you all are able to damage it, let me show you what I can really do."
All right, go ahead, Morgan, redeem yourself. Oh, jeez. Hop! The troll does a flip backwards, dodging. Whoa!
One more. Here it goes. Here it is.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Ah!
And we're definitely gonna.
It had-
It probably don't need it, but I'm definitely gonna divine smite and savage attacker.
Just oh yeah, it's very
11 plus
so
9.
that connects with a blast of holy energy, taking him down.
You
I
showed that
told you I
troll,
could
Morgan.
do it.
You showed him.
All right, well
Thank
done.
you, Lynn, for holding them in place.
Yeah, that was a good
it's
move.
Very impressive,
Very
Nairi
effective,
says.
yeah.
That mind magic, whatever you did. All right, so
Well, I think we have a good strategy for trolls, guys. Alette would say.
Yeah, that's probably the best I've ever seen people do with trolls.
The fire was also
Yeah,
very
fire
effective.
and-
Thank you, Bud,
and
and
Holding
Athlete.
them, apparently.
Fire and
Yeah.
stern voice.
burning them and
Oh,
telling them
And
to
don't forget
stay.
Frank. Frank kicked him really effectively.
Frank goes.
Yes, Frank MVP.
Yeah.
Give him a few sugar
Um,
cubes. He's happy. All right, so the trolls
Yeah,
are
we did
dead. Or go ahead.
Check them for. Kind of check them out, see if they got anything on them.
Yeah, we should check
Yeah,
that cave as well.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know if
re-
I want to check the cage.
gonna refresh.
Yeah, they might have some interesting. I don't know. Do trolls like shiny things? I don't know.
Well, if they drug their victims in there, then there could be.
Their victims could.
Well,
Yeah.
We also
you.
look to. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say you do think that one came out of a cave back there, but I'm just refreshing because I'm
Oh.
having some.
I'll
If we do
remind
go
everyone
into
that
the
the
cave-
layers have like 5 to 6.
If it
Well,
is a
we just
layer.
started them.
Yeah, you would think we made a lot of
Yeah.
noise. You would think if it was a layer, more would have come out by now. But we should definitely sneak in, if anything.
I would
Well,
also.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I can send a little animal in there to scout for us if you want.
I think
That's
Yeah,
a
there
good
we go.
idea.
Yeah,
Before we
Um,
leave
do we
these
want-
trolls, I would ask someone to take a artifact with them so that we can potentially get a reward.
yeah,
I don't
trolls have
have-
essence.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was just
We
asking
can
that.
collect.
Yeah.
Is
Wait,
So.
what does that mean exactly?
Is
so
the essence adequate? Oh, sorry.
Well, just so essence creatures that aren't humanoids have essence, which can be used to do like rituals, make magical components, and actually humanoids have something called blood essence, which you can collect from them, but it's very taboo in the spellcaster community to collect humanoid essence. I don't know if you know that unless you have Arcana, but just that's like info for you as a player. So yes, you
Right.
can use nature to gain bonus essence when collecting from giants, such as trolls. Does anyone have nature training proficiency? I think one of you does. Wasn't it Morgan?
Oh, sweet! I have nature training proficiency. Yeah, I do.
Alright, so Morgan, either that or alchemical tools. If you have one of those, you gain more essence from collecting from...
I am proficient in nature. I don't remember why I picked proficiency in nature, but I am proficient.
Hey, nice to have.
Okay. So here is the essence, if you want to take it.
I'd say just put that in the bag.
I'll record it.
All right, as long as someone
Thank you.
records it, if you're putting it in the bag, that's fine. So you gather essence. You would also find the trolls have little pouches on them, which have some other stuff.
I'm gathering the essence. I gather that as well, and then I'll decide whether Alar gets anything after he steals from us. Even though I don't know that.
Technically, you don't know that.
I haven't stolen anything from y'all. I stole it from the trolls. I just didn't tell y'all.
Or the
From the goblins.
goblins.
Oh yeah, goblins. My bad.
All good.
So this is what you find in the pouches. Small ruby worth about 30 gold, 24 gold pieces, and a small doll. Which is kind of
Hand
a
that
strange
over
thing.
to Athy, and then the doll I would pull out and
So it
I
looks
would,
like a child's toy.
I would point this out to everyone and ask if folks are aware of this in any way.
Alright, so no one would answer you. I'm just kinda
Wait,
shocked.
what was the?
Oh, he was
I
cutting out. I
missed that
didn't.
about.
Yeah, you are kind of cutting out when you talk. It's like you start loud,
sorry.
then you go very low.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my new setup. I apologize. I'd basically show it to the group and say, this is really curious. We don't have any. I could cast detect magic, and I think some others can as well. But I'm not sure of what we might. Does anyone have any other ideas of how to investigate this or thoughts of this doll?
This doll? This small doll? This seems like a creepy doll. I can do.
It doesn't look creepy.
Detect magic.
I say that creepy. Is it like literally just a kid's toy? I think you feel like there might be some like
Yeah, it just seems
I don't
like
know,
a
stuck within that
kid's
cave
toy.
or something.
Like it seems like something a child might have, which is weird that the troll has it.
All kind of
Probably
Oh,
means the
that,
troll
maybe.
ate a child.
That
Yeah.
could be
Just
it.
guessing.
It's got dark.
Athy kind of sniffs the air. She feels like she smells, I don't know, something off.
So you would not.
I would not. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we're going to investigate that cage, I would like to detect magic
Oh, yeah.
anyway. The cave, I mean, just in case they have any shinies hidden in the bones. So,
Yeah, if
Agreed,
you
you'll
give me
go
10
ahead and-
minutes, I can cast it.
oh, okay. I could do it as well if you want.
So if
I
you
mean-
come
Go
back
for it.
here, there is indeed a cave going underground
Because it
here.
doesn't. I don't need my magic for really anything else.
There's a
you-
foul
yeah, if you
stench
want to.
coming from the cave, and a bunch of bones kind of piled up near the entrance. Look like a combination of probably goblin and human bones.
Do we recognize the stench? Is it just like death, or is it something
Smells
else?
like feces and death.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Icky.
It smells like
Um,
rot and feces, basically. Not a good smell. Definitely a troll
Yeah,
den
so-
of some kind.
Alet will detect
oh, boy.
magic, and she'll be like, I can only do this once a day, but it's worth it.
Are you ritually casting it? Are you taking 10 minutes, or do you just?
No, she
immediately get it?
just she does. She
Okay.
can't do the ritual.
Alright, so the
Um,
doll is not magical. If you cast detect
cool.
magic. Give me I'll say that with your sorry, did someone say something? Am I echoing? Maybe I'm hearing myself. I'll say that Lynn and Alar, with your passive perceptions, you would notice some tracks here. Which could you could glean more information with survival again.
I'll mention the tracks. I don't have much of a survival.
I'll take a look. Oh,
Alright,
Hmm.
so yeah, you don't think there's more than 2 sets of troll footprints here.
Does Nairi have what? Yeah.
Well, that has survival. I just kind of thought maybe Lynn would be better at it, but I'll have a look as well. Do you think we can figure out some more? about that?
Yeah, whoever wants to can look at it.
Oh, there you go, Lynn.
Yeah, so it looks like this this particular den anyway probably only had 2 trolls in it.
We just got rid of 2 trolls, so maybe that was it.
I
Okay.
think
Alright.
that this was a good service to the.
You can go in the cave if you want to go in and explore more.
Yeah. Do you think we should
Yeah.
leave someone out here, just to, in case more trolls come for some reason? I don't know if they get visits
I can
from their
leave
neighbors.
Frank too outside, and he can let us know.
Okay. Good old Frank.
Alright, so Frank watches the area as you go inside. The cave doesn't go in too far, but yeah, there's definitely troll shit in here. Yeah, lots of remains.
That's ripe.
I think I left my pack. I think I left my pack on Frank just because I didn't want to take my ingredients in this cave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to like Febreze the cave. Just
Alright.
keep doing
You start blowing
doing,
fresh air around you.
more
Every 5
pleasant.
feet.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
pleasant smells around.
Alright.
It's awful.
And I think I would still like have my heightened smell active for a little bit, like if that does yield any interesting sense.
So you don't see anything. I think 2 of you have detect magic now. You don't sense anything magical. You do see, sort of near a pile of what looks like rotting meat, there is a sack with some stuff in it. Actually.
Also, guys, did I hear Morgan? Did you say you handed that ruby and gold to
Yeah.
Kathy? Okay, I'll drop
or-
that in the bag
yeah,
unless
to
someone
the,
asks for it.
bag.
Okay.
So that's what you would find in the bag. Looks like a magical scroll may have been used as toilet paper.
Gross.
Who wants the scroll?
Anyone have prestidigitation? I hear that's a very useful spell.
I have
for this-
Druidcrafted, and I can't clean.
to compost it.
Oh, they're broken. Okay. Ugh.
You know what? This is the first time I think I've ever seen a campaign where prestidigitation would actually be useful. And
Oh,
nobody
actually,
has it.
it's come in handy a couple times actually. in
Oh,
the
really?
other
I've
games
never
with
seen
the-
it
yeah.
actually. Like I've seen
No,
people
honestly-
use it just for fun, but like
Oh.
a legit like, I really wish we had it moment.
Honestly, my
Well,
Wednesday
apparently
character. Yeah.
You
Go ahead.
haven't encountered a lot of trolls wiping their butt with scrolls in your campaigns.
Yeah, this is the best moment I've ever seen it being used for. But we don't have it, sadly.
All right, so that's all you find in here. Who's taking, or I assume you're taking the gold. Are you splitting that or just sticking it in the?
We're wrapping it in a rag and keeping it separate.
We
so
don't want to
can
linger here
completely
to sort out
cleanse-
coins.
completely cleanse it.
Label it as the poop
It's too
gold.
stinky in here.
All right.
Well,
I'd say just put
Yeah,
all of it in the
yeah.
inventory for now.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Put it in the bag.
we gotta clean it.
The scroll, by the way, is a scroll of magic missile. You would see
Another
it is
one.
a 4th level cast, so it will actually shoot out 6 magic missiles when used.
Ooh.
I don't think any of us can use. Is anyone able to use that spell?
It's
Don't think it's
Is it only- I think it's only-
sorcerer, wizard,
It is
cleric, warlock. Oh, well, it's only a certain warlock, so it's not me.
so,
Cleric,
yeah.
though, right? Don't we?
Just make sure you
Someone a
record
cleric?
the
I thought we were both
for
paladins.
magic missile. I
I thought-
don't think magic missile works for clerics, does it?
No.
Arcana domain only.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just make sure you
Oh, yeah,
record
sure.
the level of the scroll because it's more powerful than a normal magic missile scroll.
And the
So
fact
did-
that it is covered in poop.
Yeah,
Did
that's
someone
also
take
important.
that?
Yeah, is
Did
anyone
someone
taking
take that, or
that?
am I recording it?
I'm
I'd
not
say-
taking it.
Okay, I'll record it. Unless someone.
Don't be elitist. It's still a scroll of magic missile.
Yeah, I can't use it. So
You said it's level 4.
Yeah, it's a 4th level spell.
Oh, we haven't. That's the second scroll of magic missile we've gotten, and none of us can use it. All right.
Some
It's just
wizard
valid.
around this area is
Well-
just making magic missile scrolls.
Apparently.
I was thinking of if, yeah, something happens to Alette, maybe I'll make my first wizard. Who knows?
Actually,
I've actually
Kathy,
never
before
played a
you,
wizard.
step away too far. Can you pass me that doll? I'd actually like to keep that on me and potentially investigate more of it when we return to town. Unless you're,
Oh, did you give me the doll too? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it back to you. Yeah.
All right. So if you're
I'm
looking
gonna
at
keep that in my
the
inventory for now.
if you're looking at the doll, or wait, you just taking it?
I mean, I'm looking at it as well. Yeah, I'm investigating it.
So give me an investigation check if you're looking closer at it.
Lynn, do you want to take the troll essence, or do you want me to put it in my inventory?
All right.
lose
So the
I
doll.
think we said
does-
we would put the essences in the inventory.
I did.
Okay,
I did
that's fine.
record them, but if someone puts them, if someone wants to carry them, then I'll just subtract them. That's fine.
No, that's all right.
All right. So the doll does look like it was kind of handmade, probably lovingly, and there is a name on the back of it,
Aw.
Scott.
I'm
Got
sorry.
it.
Can
Kind
you
of
either type it or say that again for me?
sure.
Oh,
So it probably did belong to someone besides the troll.
are you sure? I'm not so sure.
Or the troll's name was.
Or yeah, or it was Scott the troll.
That's what.
If
That's
we
what.
wanna,
Bud
if
said.
we wanna, yeah,
Oh,
it's probably the,
the troll
troll's
was
name.
named Scott. Wow.
The other troll lovingly made it.
I can't
for
tell if
him.
that's more or less sad.
I think it's less sad.
Yeah. But also, just the idea of a troll like that really likes his doll. I
And we
don't know.
killed it.
I
don't- I
don't. I
don't
don't
know
know if the troll
Maybe-
liked the doll.
Maybe the
Maybe
doll
there was hope
named
for Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be
think
the
that-
doll was
Yeah,
named
the doll's
Scott.
name.
I
That's a
think
good
Scott.
point.
The way I took it was that Scott lovingly made a doll for something that became troll dinner, or someone that became troll dinner.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it.
You're
I thought
unsure.
We all have different
exactly
narratives in our head about this.
What the meaning of this doll
feel like it was-
is.
yeah.
Suddenly the group
Oh
is
wait, I
obsessed
see.
with it.
I thought it was said. Okay, I thought it said "made with love," Scott. Like, but I guess the "made with love" part isn't actually on the doll, right?
No, no. The doll just looks
Okay,
like
never
it
mind
was-
then. See, that changes. That changes. Yeah. Okay.
changes the narrative. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Are you thinking it was like checked
Mental
by
illness.
employee number 13?
No, when he said it, before he put it in chat, when he said it aloud, I thought that stitched on the back of the doll was "made with love, Scott." So I thought it was from Scott to someone.
Oh.
But I see now that I was mistaken. So never mind.
Were you saying something, Alar?
No. I was just.
Okay. So yeah, you're wondering where this doll came from. You don't think you've seen any like children bones around. So hopefully at least maybe it was just stolen or someone else had it. Possibly someone's parent was carrying it. But you don't know. So what do you want to do?
Let us
I mean,
move away
gotta
from
check
this.
the area out. There's.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we can check this area out. There's still two more. There's a fork in the road from versus where we came from and this cave. There's still two more trails splitting off.
You can definitely search the area. You don't have to reveal it on the map, though. This is like a random encounter map, so I didn't actually make this with this particular encounter. If you look around, you do find some statues in the area, which is interesting. Probably some more... Yeah, it looks like elven statues. And Nairi would say, yeah, these are probably made by our people long ago. The Tordivore used to be all over the place in these forests. This may have been a holy site of some kind.
Are the
yeah,
is
go ahead.
the troll essence adequate for us to show the mayor as proof that we slayed?
If
two
you want, you
trolls?
can say you grab their tusks.
Their
If you
tusks.
wanna-
Okay, that's much better than their heads. I'll take it.
If you
I really
wanna
didn't
do
want to
a-
carry around troll heads.
Carry his
Yeah.
big ass head.
All right, then I will. How does one remove a tusk? Like,
I
Well,
don't know, like
do we
one
have-
of them
do
was
we-
already
do we
knocked
have
off, right?
adequate tools, or
yeah, the shillelagh took care of one of the tusks for you. The crit. Probably just either prying it out or breaking it off.
all right. I will try to collect both sets of tusks to show that there was 2 trolls, or at least 3 tusks. I guess shows that there was at least 2 trolls.
Alright, so you collect some trophies.
Ugh.
Anything else?
Does that count as story item? I don't know how to categorize that troll tusks.
Yeah, just, proof of kill or something.
Dagger.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
All right.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like... Well, actually, so you're searching around the area, right? Give me perception checks. You might notice something.
All of us?
Well, if you're all searching around.
Ooh, look at me, natural 20.
Alright, so...
Why isn't it showing like the crit thingy for him? Or is it because it's a skill, maybe?
Yeah, I think it doesn't do that for skills anymore.
Yeah, well, skills don't... There's no critting on skills.
Yeah,
So
that must be
that's
why.
probably
Really
why.
good to get a 20
Must-
plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, Alar, you find tracks which aren't troll, and actually, when you take a closer look at them, this could be a child's tracks.
Okay, yeah, I'll mention it to everyone, and we found, we found this doll. There's these small tracks. I feel like we should kind of investigate this, make sure there's not some poor lost kid running around out here with trolls everywhere.
Could be, or
Yeah, that's
you know,
really.
could be. It could be the trolls that adopted the kid. And
Named him
Troll-
Scott.
I don't know.
Troll kid.
I mean,
Well,
they-
you didn't find any sewing sets in the troll cave, so you don't think they.
Oh,
sewed
I
the,
think he
the
probably
doll.
already had the doll, but yeah,
Maybe they stole the kid's doll, so the doll went, or the kid.
Maybe he dropped it when he was running off from him.
I don't know. There's definitely a story here, and I want to know it.
Yeah, I think we should follow the tracks and find out what that story is.
Does anyone need rest before we
Oh,
risk
yeah.
another
I
encounter?
I used surprisingly little of my resources in that fight.
Rogan says, well, if
good.
there's a kid lost in the woods, we should probably go look for him, right? I mean,
I
time
agree.
could be
That's
of the
what we-
Oh,
essence.
yeah,
that's what
I
we were
guess.
thinking.
Yeah, I was just checking. I know some people were hit very
I
hard.
guess.
Who
because
is that
they
that's
got a
reluctant? Hang
flat
on.
control. Yeah.
Who did you say? Who was reluctant?
Who was that was reluctant? It wasn't Morgan, right?
Listen, I was just talking about maybe we could take a short rest, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm
I'm
just
just
kid.
making sure it wasn't Mr. Paladin with stories to tell that was like,
No.
we don't need to rescue a kid.
He said nothing of the like. Thank you very much.
All right, I didn't think it was you, but
I'm good to continue. I'm feeling
Yeah.
pretty good myself.
I'm actually quite good to continue as well. I simply was checking because I didn't know how much
Yeah.
we healed up from those.
Yeah,
hits.
I'm down to 18, but I got a potion in case something goes down, I guess. Be alright.
Alright, so to seek out this kid, once again, it would be tracking, which is survival. Up to 2 of you can
All
make
right.
this check.
I am gonna use an inspiration point on this roll. Finally remembering to do it.
Oh, 22.
Nice.
So I'm gonna
Thank you.
find the kid. And you said we can only use 1 per roll, or can?
Yeah,
Mhm.
currently, I might change it to 2 at some point, but right now it's just 1, so plus 2.
While
All
Bud
right.
looks for his inspiration point and Lynn finds the kid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I am blissfully unaware of what Lynn's doing. All right,
Oh
so
my God.
11.
11. Alright, so Lynn
I'm
is...
walking around in circles. I'm like, the kid should be right here. Where?
This doesn't make any sense. Alright, so you are leaving the area. Going to look for this kid in the woods. Lynn, you are following the trail for a bit. About half an hour passes. You're still on the trail. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to head back? What do you want to do?
I would I would encourage to keep going. See where the tracks
It's
lead.
not like getting dark or anything, right? We still have plenty of daylight.
What time was it? Actually, it is getting close to sundown, but you still have some time. Are you there, Lynn? I can't hear you if you're talking. Wonder if she lost her microphone. Can you hear us? I think she...
Is this better? It's
Yes,
better.
Oh, there
I
we
can
go.
hear
Okay,
you
good.
again.
There we go.
All right. So I assume you're going to keep following the trail? Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, Lynn, I need one more survival check from you. Again, Bud could help if he wants.
Trail, don't worry.
She keeps
Man,
cutting
I
out.
don't know.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
really as good at this survival thing as I thought I was.
Oh, there you go.
19 that time.
Give me 1 sec. Ugh. Need to grab my lunch. If you guys forgotten, it is currently 11.
Can you do a survival roll real quick?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just going over there to grab it, and that's it. Here we go.
All right. Oh.
Hey.
So
Even when you do
Lynn,
well, Bud, she's got to show you up.
I
yeah,
know.
apparently,
It's-
Lynn is she's the true survivalist.
Survival
All right.
expert.
So the trail leads you deeper into the woods.
I suck at it. I suck at initiative, but I'm good at survival.
You would come upon a cave where the trail seems to lead inside. And if you
So are we going in?
are you entering?
Can we check for any other? Can we check for any other tracks or anything around here?
Sure.
Make sure there's not a bunch more.
Give me perception checks if you're looking around for more tracks.
I would also sniff the air as part of my.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
I can
Oh, I had to reload my sheet.
perception check.
Yes, if you're looking around
What?
for signs of passage, but no, you would so far at least only see the child's footprints. With the
Oh, I got
13, 8,
16.
16. Nope, still, you look around, but you only see one set of footprints, and it only goes into the cave, which might be a little worrisome. There's no tracks coming out.
Well, guys, I guess we should check it out.
We
Let's go.
go in quietly if we can.
Did
Oh yeah, can we send one of the animal?
yeah? Did you end up
Yeah.
doing a little companion? If so, they might still be with us.
I didn't do it because apparently we went in too quickly
Oh,
last
so-
time.
He just walked in.
But I will do it this time. It is Wild Companion.
Woohoo!
So I use one use of my my wild shape to summon a familiar, and I'll just make it a what would seem the least. What would
Like a
seem
little
most innocuous here?
Or over
Like a
something.
Yeah, a spider, perhaps.
Alright, so you summon down a large spider from the forest, which you send in to take a look. Actually, can you... I think you can only summon certain things with Find Familiar, right?
Right, I thought that a spider was one of them, though.
Yeah, you might be right. Alright, so the spider would go in, and you can see through its eyes, I believe.
I could choose to do that, yes.
Well, are you doing that, or are you just sending it in?
Sure, I'll do that.
Alright,
Little drone spider's pretty cool.
yeah. So the spider moves carefully along the wall, and you would see a little ways in what appears to be a child laying on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure what it's or what his condition is.
I would try to like sneak up and see if I can tell if the child is breathing.
With the spider?
Yeah.
It's gonna scare this kid.
Alright. So
just to see like is it like moving up and down like
do you have medicine?
I have been tricked before. I am trained in medicine, yes.
Give me a medicine check. So
This is not a mimic, right?
Nice.
Dr. Bud. The child is breathing, but faintly. You don't think he's in
Okay.
good condition.
Oh, this child needs our help. Let's go in. And I will
Okay.
run in and look around
follow.
immediately to see if I see any danger.
Yeah, I'll
That's right,
follow as well.
That is exactly how the child wakes up.
All right.
And I'll just like rush in as well, just panting and panting after.
So you rush in.
I guess I'll follow.
It doesn't look like there's any danger in the cave, but the child looks like he is probably in need of food and water. He may have been
Ooh,
in this
okay.
cave for a while. He has
poor kid.
several
Happy
levels
to
of
the rescue.
exhaustion from starvation.
So it doesn't look like a medical issue. It looks like it's just a food and water thing. Like
Yeah,
no sustenance.
starvation and what's it called? Dehydration. So he has several levels of exhaustion.
Then I would mama mode would kick in, and I would go over to him. I'd try to kind of very gently bring him around and try and wake him up.
So you,
food.
I'll say Bud, because you had that good roll. You would know you just have to be careful with
look at that,
giving, food and water to someone who has been starving or is dehydrated. So you might want to treat him.
Can't do it
Little
too
bits.
fast.
Yeah.
Of course.
So if you want to treat him,
right now
give
she's
me
trying to wake him up.
another medicine. Okay, so you're just like, wake up, kid. Lynn
I'll give
shaking
him
a bit.
another medicine check. Yeah.
Okay.
21
Nice.
this time.
All right. So
you were saving your good rolls
you
to save the
carefully
kid.
treat this kid who does seem like he's doing better almost immediately, coughing a bit but still unconscious. And
How old is
You
this
know,
kid? Or how old is he look?
Medicine's a kind of survival.
it's like survival. He's probably about 12.
Oh, okay.
So he's pretty.
Oh, so he's not like a small kid. This would be kind of heavy. We gotta
He's,
carry him out of here.
Yeah, he's like almost a teenager. But
Wait, where's Frank at?
My eldest is about this age. She would kind of say as we're, all kind
so-
of working.
Yeah, for now,
Wonder
at
how it
least
got out here.
he is still unconscious. But yeah, you may have, or most likely, have saved him by finding him. So what do you want to do?
Do we get this kid on
Does
the
he look-
horse and make our way back to town?
Yeah, I don't.
Does he
think
look
we
like
should-
a wood elf or a human or
Human.
Oh, yeah.
He's a human child.
human? Okay.
I would
don't think we-
Go ahead. I haven't heard from Morgan in a while. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Frank was staying at the entrance just like he was the last time. But I would say, well, I don't know much of this, and thank you all for your medicine. And it is late in the day. I would suggest, rather than trying to return to the city, we leave this place and take the child as carefully as we can and find a place to make camp, ideally away from where trolls or actually maybe we may even consider making
Right
camp in
here.
this cave. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems he found
Yeah, but
refuge
if he's been here for a while, it might be
time.
all right.
Yeah. I think that we should maybe perhaps use this cave. It seems he was safe enough here, although he didn't seem to know how to, forage or find food for
Yeah.
himself.
If we slowly nurse him overnight, he might awaken by morning, and then we can be more educated as to what to do next.
So has he not
Yeah, I like
awakened
it.
at all?
No, he's still unconscious. Bud, you think if you were able to treat him for the evening, he would probably wake up by tomorrow, given a night's
Okay.
rest and food and water.
How do we give him food? I know we could dribble some water in his lips, but how do we give him food if he's not awake?
Well, I assume Bud is, I don't know, wetting some bread and maybe he's kind of
Okay.
chewing it, even though he's unconscious, almost I'm not actually sure.
He's
how-
bird feeding him.
His baby bird.
That makes sense.
Gross.
We can feed him stew.
Hey, Bud's a
God,
druid.
yeah.
Bud's
Feed him
Bud's
some
just
broth.
whatever, man. He just baby bird.
Maybe
he's fine with
Athy
it.
could make some nice broth, some mushroom broth or something.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
would- Yeah.
Mushroom
She
and troll
Told
bone.
you, soup.
Yeah, she would
Yeah, that
definitely
was
bring out
What
her.
made me think of it?
I don't know if you want
I think I have
trolls.
a crock of bone broth in my pack. Let me get the kettle started.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
can
if you
make
wanna-
some of my special berries for tomorrow
Well, that might be useful.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll give you all an inspiration point for finding this child. Because you all feel
Yay.
happy that you
Nice.
saved a life.
Get back the one that I spent.
I'm really bad about remembering to use the inspiration, especially like since the last change that was made. I don't know. I just need to remember that I have them.
Yeah, how do we record them? Is there any way to record them on here? Or do we just
I-
kind of
I
remember
keep
that we
my
have?
inspirations. I made a note for myself in the notes
Yeah,
tab,
That's what
and I
did
just
too.
labeled
Okay.
it insight points.
Yeah, I don't know. In the old sheet, you can make a resource, but I don't know if that's an option on the new sheet. But
I couldn't find a good way to do it on the new sheet, honestly. But I thought you had said something about that you had found a place where you could do like resource tracking in the new sheet, but I don't remember what you said.
For certain things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for like
but-
official features.
Yeah,
I
but
see,
that you
okay.
can't do a custom resource tracker.
Yeah, I'm
Which
back
is
on the
the-
old. Like, I'm back on the old. Like, Athy is technically built with new rules, but I'm back on the old sheet just because I was really struggling with that new sheet.
Yeah,
I didn't know
still
you could
struggling
do
with
that.
it.
This is the only sheet I could find.
well, there is the
It's
older
long.
sheet, but I wouldn't recommend using it if you're not used to it, because it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
I'll just stick with this one.
user-friendly.
I'm not used to
New
either
one-
one, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
the-
user friendly. I've been writing macros in Roll20 for like 5 years now, so for me it's easier.
The new one is a
Yeah.
lot more user friendly. I will say that.
I
Agreed,
could not
agreed.
stand the old one. I'll say this, like when I was first playing with Raven a long time ago, I insisted on using D&D Beyond just because I could not stand the Roll20 sheet.
Mhm.
I can actually stand the Roll20 sheet now.
Yeah.
The new one.
So
Yeah, the
I
new
just
one.
wish it had
everyone has their
resource
preferences.
tracking.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I would be
that's
happy with it if, like, for one, like I really dislike that my the role for my second wind is in a different place than where I track my uses of it.
I noticed that
Like
too.
things like
there
that.
was-
It's like if things were just a little bit more like and then the custom
Yeah,
resources.
there was some
gonna
stuff I
say,
had to like go to.
I was gonna
Three
say
different
we should
tabs
take
to,
like a
like-
10-minute break. I just realized what time it is though. We've been
Oh, but like
trucking
in
Yeah.
along.
minutes we're done.
Yeah,
All
we can
right.
continue.
this is a long rest too, right?
Well, we have to pass it. I have to see if anything happens during the night.
Okay.
Let me know if anyone's
And I can.
doing anything.
Oh, I would
I was gonna say we can meditate, so like we could kind of take turns keeping watch if we're here for the full night.
Oh yeah, we can add Ilar to the rotation now.
Yeah, and as
Yep.
an elf, he could take 2 of the 4 watches. So there should be 4
That's in
watches.
the
Yes.
party. Is that? Wait, no. Where is that?
That is on the, or it should be on the party sheet. There should be 4
Party
watches.
sheet, for me, opens up to like a D&D Beyond, or like it opens up to a character sheet.
Well, no, it's in
Oh.
it's
I don't even
in
know.
it's in G
Oh, I always-
Google Sheets. There should be
I
a
always
link to
forget
it in the Discord if you haven't linked up. It's under Party Night Spire. Or no, it's under Main Chat. If you go into the pin, there should be a pin for
Yeah.
the sheet in there. Wait, why are there 2 pins?
Was
Party
there
info
an-
sheet.
Yeah, party info sheet. There it is. I hope it still works. That's an old link. It should
It says link to party sheet and then a party info sheet. Well, I guess the other one's older.
Yeah, use the newer, although they're both pretty old. I don't know. Here, let me see if I
Bud,
can.
do you mind if I take one of the dawn watches with Athy? Because I feel like she'd want to be up early for making breakfast.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say I
think
could
there's any reason we
switch
couldn't
to-
both do it.
Well, right now it said Alette and then Bud and Bud. Like it had you down twice for the dawn watch.
Here, you know what?
That's how
I'll
good
just,
I am.
I'm just gonna put. I'm gonna delete these.
But
I
Alette
don't
and
know
Bud
if
are
they're
also
still
on the
there.
night watch, so I don't know.
I'm just gonna put a new link in, just to make sure you're all connected. Cause
I will mention
Also,
if
I
we're having
assume-
more than one person at a watch, I would want to do one with Alette because I'm gonna talk to her more with her Elvis background. She got this sword whenever we're not around everybody.
all right.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, there were the links. Oh, okay. I'm missing links. But yeah, we also need someone on
Here, there should be a new
the
link
first
in
2
the,
watches.
Yeah, we
But-
need evening and dusk.
Yeah, we currently have no one listed for that.
Well, I just took
that might
Una.
be the
I
old
just took-
sheet. Make sure you guys are on the new sheet, not the old one, because there were two.
Well,
of
I'm
them.
on the sheet that I've been recording everything on today, so I hope I'm on the right sheet. It says Seekers of the Spire.
All right,
the
that
one I've been in the last.
Yeah, for some reason there's two sheets.
Oh, this is not the sheet. This one you just linked has nothing in it anywhere. Almost nothing.
Let me
It just
see.
has Alette in the third spot, and that's it.
Oh gosh.
I don't even
Okay.
see the tag of holding.
Here, let me.
Yeah.
So, is this the? I don't know why there's two sheets. Okay.
Was it because you renamed it because it was Unknown Mercenaries and then the name changed? But it says Seekers of the Spire in the one that I was working in.
Yeah. All right. Let me check.
Yeah, that first one that I clicked on.
Let me check the other one. Maybe I can use that.
I just
one.
linked the one I've been updating this session and the last couple sessions.
Here, let me. Because yeah, I saw two sheets for some reason. Let me. This other one might be the one. That is no. This is the other one. So I need. Is it this one? Maybe this one. Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's a
see.
little
Bag
bit-
of holding. Okay, so yeah, this is the one you're using, I think.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe I'll
think
just
the only
delete
thing
the
that's
other one.
missing. I think the only thing that's missing is this renown tab that you have in the other one. It looks like you've been adding here. We don't have that in the one I've been working from, but the other stuff I think is more up to date in the one that
Yeah,
I've
maybe
been
don't
working from.
delete anything yet, just in case we've missed something.
I think we just need to add the renown from.
All right, and you
the
have
one
the
sheet
watch
over-
rotation. Okay. All right, we'll use this one
Well,
then.
I just removed Una. She was on the
Sorry.
evening watch. But right now it has Alette and Bud on night.
So ignore that
and-
other
And
link.
Dawn.
Oh, and Athy did the. Okay, so Athy did the link. So
Where's
use
all
that
of our
second
stuff
link.
though? Not seeing that.
So I
anywhere.
guess
Okay, so how do we do this for watch then? Because we got
is there one of the other watches that Alette or Bud that you want to switch to? Like, if you don't mind me taking Dawn, because you're both on night and Dawn, and then
Yeah.
Lynn and
I think
we can
I
stagger
think
too. So
You can put me anywhere.
okay. And then,
Yeah, so dusk
um,
and night are the darkest. Evening and dawn are with some light.
oh, maybe I should do the
But
darkest ones because I have
I could take the-
really long range dark vision. So.
I
yeah, I have
dark
120
vision,
foot for
but
dark vision.
Oh, you do too.
I have
Okay.
dark
I'm gonna put you-
vision.
Alright, well, you guys can figure that out because you
But
might
I'm
not
a-
encounter anything anyway. I'm just going to roll as you're doing that.
What I was going to
Yeah.
ask is, like, is there a water source nearby? Like, as we were coming this way, did we find a creek or anything?
Yeah, there's been water sources, so your
All
your
right.
water
As
supply
part
is
of
fine.
as part of our camping for the evening, I would at some point go clean that scroll and that gold.
Okay, sure. So you wash it off. So the night is passing. I didn't roll that there was any issue. So I'll say, what day was it? It was when we started, it was the 28th. So this was 2 days in. So it is the morning of the 30th. Go ahead and long rest. It's now 8 a.m. You're feeling much better, and the child as well has well, sorry, give me one more medicine check, Bud, if you're treating him through the night.
Okay.
Up to 2 of you can
More
do it as
medicine
usual.
check.
If anyone else wants to help. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I'm on top of this.
Bud's found his calling, apparently.
Yep.
He's not good at tracking. He's very good at medicine, though.
Just call me Bud
Green.
Nightingale.
Dr. Bud MD. Bud Green. Dr. Green. Alright, so yeah, the
Green.
kid is
Like
doing
green.
much better and will awaken in the morning, seeming concerned as he sees you all around him. He says, who are you? I guess he'd see
Hey,
Bud first.
Can I cast? No, he doesn't need that. I'll cast Goodberry, which I'm in the process of preparing my spells. So,
That's fine.
Goodberry
So,
will be one of those.
Yeah.
And give him a couple of them to to take and say, "Oh, hey, are you Scott?"
He nods slowly, and he seems amazed by your magic as the berries just form out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh wow!" But yes,
I'm
he
your
would
guardian
nod.
angel. I'm your guardian angel. I'm here to take care of you.
So he seems happy about this. Maybe like gives you a hug and says like basically tells you, I'm not going to roleplay the kid too much, but he basically says he was lost in the woods. He was with one of the lumber camps with his parents when it was attacked by the trolls. Unfortunately, it sounds like his parents were killed, but they basically took him prisoner and he escaped. So he's kind of been
I'll
just.
ask him how many trolls he saw. If it was just 2 or if there was more in the area.
He would tell you that there were 2 of them, just the 2.
Do you know the name of the town you were from, or was it just a logging camp?
He would tell you that him and his parents were from Ferox.
Do you have other relatives there?
He says, my grandmother, she's probably very worried.
Yeah. I was just testing you. I knew that as your guardian angel. So yeah, it's really
okay.
you. You're really Scott.
He says, yeah.
Oh, well, let's take you back to your grandmother.
We're a 2-day trip from Ferox, right?
We can't take this child to the goblin camp. We need to return
Yeah.
him.
I believe, yeah.
No, I was just asking.
We have a different.
I mean, we have our entire camp with us. We can leave him in the care of Neferi and the others as we go and address the goblin camp.
She says, did you call me
Traveling to and
Neferi?
from. Yeah, whatever.
Now I
Traveling
just
back
think
and
you're
forth is
messing with
is giving time to the goblins to potentially prepare or wreak other havoc. I want to take care of the kid, and we definitely need to return him, but I don't think he's in any danger by staying with our camp.
Well, another option, Nairi says, the Night Spire Tordivor camp is a little bit less than a day to the west. We could leave him with my people there. He should be safe with the Tordivor, especially if I tell them to take care of him.
I'll vote for that.
Or as Morgan says, we could have him in our camp, just not as safe, but
Hang on a second. I gotta look at my spells real quick. Crap. I don't think it's reasonable to assume that I would have prepared Animal Messenger prior to this, right? There's no. I would have had no reason to prepare it. So I'll say, okay, Scott, let's do this. You stay with us, and tomorrow morning I will send an animal friend to go tell your grandmother that you're okay, and that we'll bring you back to her. Does that sound good?
He's like, oh, thank you, guardian angel. Yes, that sounds great.
Well, and Scott, you will learn a lot in your years, and one thing is to not trust. Like Bud, I'm your true guardian angel, and I give him the doll.
A whole flock of angels.
You have my doll.
You got a whole flock of angels, kid.
He happily grabs the doll and hugs it, and he says, "Wait, so
Let's say I cleaned it too."
Well, the doll actually wasn't covered in poop, so for whatever
Yeah,
reason,
that was only the scroll.
the troll may have liked the doll. It was just kind of keeping it in its pocket. But it says, or he says, "You're all guardian angels. Thank you so much. I didn't think I'd ever see my doll again."
We'll tell many stories to you as you grow, but yes, thank you for what you've done. Sorry, Kathy. Or
No, you're
Mary.
fine.
Go
Yeah, so
ahead,
she'd
Athy. What were you saying?
Yeah, no, just in the morning, like, let's say she made like an oat porridge with like, I don't know, some like walnuts and bits of dried fruit or something. And she doesn't give him very much, but she's definitely every couple hours feeding some nibbles to this kid.
Yeah. And he's definitely recovering. And were you saying something, Lynn? I heard you say something.
What?
No? Alright.
No, not really.
Alright, so the group's plan now is to continue onward to the goblin camp and kind of keep the kid with basically the people you're traveling with, kind of in like away from the camp, but like on your heels.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, if we're not going to take him back to the city now, then I think keeping him with our camp is as good as going to the Tortivar, and the Tortivar would take a day away. So if the reason we're not taking him back to the
We're
city,
leaving our camp in the cave.
Our camp has been attacked by these goblins, so I don't know that it is safe.
the camp traveling with us has. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, remember you lost a guy. So the camp
Well,
mechanic.
like when we were actually long resting, not like when. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So Alar, just to let you know, the camp is sort of like a small group of people that follows the party around and kind of helps set up like safety for them at night. Like they kind of have a campsite that they move around. So your NPCs kind of hang out there and people in the background, and you have like some basically hirelings. But yeah, it's considered to be moving with you, and they're carrying some of your stuff. So
Okay.
it's just sort of like a mechanic.
Yeah, I was
in
very
the
confused.
background. So yeah, they were
Okay.
with you last night when you camped in here. You had your people. There's probably about 12 of them or so. Yeah. So you have some people with you as you travel. But they don't necessarily always have to be with you. They're kind of just considered following the party somewhere.
Okay.
But anyway, we are at time. So why don't we do MVP votes? And we'll
Hard.
continue on to the Goblin Camp next time. I got one vote already.
How do we do this again? /whisper DM?
Yeah, Whisper DM. or
/W.
DM.
Yeah.
Oh, just W?
Yeah, actually, I think either works. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Alright, I got 5. Alright, so. Who is. Okay. Why is my brain not working? Lynn. Or no, Lynn and Bud. It's a tie. So the two of you roll off. D20s.
Oh,
Should have rolled your doctor dice.
So,
I was gonna say, oh wow.
so Bud, you are the MVP. Congrats. You get an inspiration.
Thanks.
Good game. everyone.
I mean, Lynn, you can I give it to Lynn because I have
No.
8.
Shut down.
You gotta roll. You gotta win it.
Can I change my vote? Can I change
No.
my vote?
In the heat of battle, you have to win it. No.
Well, I'm
Right.
fading very fast, so I'm gonna sign off. Great game, folks. Very much enjoyed it.
All right.
Good night.
All right, have a good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Yeah. good
I
night.
expected a lot of people to vote me because of the whole of the command.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really good move.
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean that spell is, mildly useful in moments, but honestly, there's only a few times that it's just pivotal, and I thought that was one of the better uses I've ever seen of the spell. And of course, some targets might save. Some targets might save against it, but the fact that these were dumb enemies and you were able to get both of them was perfect. It was so perfect.
Yeah, I was like, these guys are big hitters, but they're stupid. I think I could make them all stop, and then they won't be able to attack because I saw it attack Alette and then give 3 wounds immediately. I don't want anybody dying, and so I'm like, well, command
Yeah.
can make them stop moving, right? And they're dumb. So
Yeah,
if I
that
do
crit at the
command-
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
So
just
I'm
pulled
like-
aggro. I'm pretty sure I would have died. I was down
So
18, and I was like, oh, I just screwed up.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I can make them all. They're stupid, so they're probably not going to like get the save. So if I do this, they will all listen to me and stop. And it's
Yeah, that's
better
good
if I
thinking.
make them all stop so that they won't kill anybody, and then I'll let you guys deal with the killing.
I realized how
And
much
so-
I am not good at shooting. That bow was terrible. I don't think I got a
Yeah,
single
that, well,
hit.
like you said, that boat that was just cursed.
Yeah, I mean you have the right, like bonus to it and everything. You were just rolling really low.
So next
I did a
time when
steady
we're-
aim and still missed.
By the way, next time when we're fighting the goblins, I have done a few things. I made a lot of I had prepared a lot of spells for support. Basically, dispel magic, blindness, deafness, silence, and hold person, and of
Command,
course
yeah.
command.
Cool.
I need to
I
go
told-
through and make like a little cheat sheet for myself just to know, because I'm struggling trying to find all my traits to remember what's what. So I was starting to make a character sheet, a paper one, and then we're doing so I had to stop. But I was just, I'll get used to it at some point, I guess.
just
definitely. There's
takes,
definitely a learning curve.
Can
Don't
make
feel
a,
bad.
I can hold person with the goblin. Guys, I took all these different abilities so that I can use, if there's a hexer and he's making a lot of annoyance, I can make him go silent.
yeah,
and
there's
they- and
definitely a
then
lot
they
of
cannot
useful
cast.
spells.
I thought about trying to do. I have my one. It's not a
What?
spell. What's it called? Where do you go? But I can make like a campfire.